What's good? It's just this light want to act all crazy over here, so we're not even gonna mess with this today. You know, it's always something new that's going on, so we're gonna avoid that. Keep it pushing. We're gonna avoid that and keep it pushing, chat. Somebody came in my chat yesterday and mentioned the word Auric field, and I haven't. Well, I ain't gonna say I haven't stopped thinking about it, but I thought about this already, and I understand that's where the term cleanliness is next to godliness come from. But right now, I'm even organizing some stuff that's just like this bowl was just on the floor. I got some stuff that need to go in the trash. I'm like, no wonder why when you clean your room, you actually feel different because you're cleansing your space. And these things that are in your environment are actually affecting your reality. We're gonna talk about some shit though. We're gonna talk about some stuff, man, because a lot of people, I don't think you could become. I don't think you could really be a dating coach without these. I don't think you could vet without these, and I don't think that you can become your most attractive self without these. And we're gonna talk about that, man. We're gonna talk about this. Um, we got some stuff, man. We're gonna talk about, man. Hold on. Let's see, bro. I don't know if this light turned on right here. What's good? Hit that like button. Hit that like button. We got 3 people who voted. 60%, 67% said yeah. 38% said no. What's good though? What's good? We got 4 people who voted. Go ahead and hit that like button. I know you are all watching live streams right now, but anyone. Okay, we got one person talking about Jesus. Base comment. Huh? I need some light, bro. What's good? What's good, Bird? How you feeling? Bird, Wickhead Bird. You from Louisiana? Baton Rouge or something? Which version? I know somebody. Um, I used to watch Funny Mike videos. Funny Mike, and you got the same name as his brother, Bird. I know you probably know who Funny Mike is. Rax was good, Rax. Hold on. Which version of aura are you speaking of? The light that glows from a life form, or do you mean the other kind in potions? I'm talking about that's your brother, right? Or is that or you oh now you saying you know him, like you know him from YouTube, like he from your town. You know him or you know of him. Um I'm starting to think Bird a popular name out there or something. But yeah, I'm talking about the auric field, bro. The auric field. The auric field around you, the light around you. You feel what I'm saying? The auric field, man. Not no potions, bro. Vampire nest they found. Nah, I ain't hear about that. Nah, we might be kinfolk though. Facts, man. Facts. In some caves in the Ozarks, real scary stuff. Man, I don't think it's scary. How is it scary? What makes it scary? I didn't want to. I didn't want to eat in front of y'all, but oatmeal raisin cookie, man. I gotta make sure this phone. I want to get straight into this content, man, but I don't want no interruptions. Now we gotta do this a little different now. Oh my goodness, man. there's some deviation, but everyone has a primary color for themselves. There is some minor changing based on emotional state. So you're not scared of vampires. I'm not saying I'm not scared of them. I just don't. They're like aliens, bro. Like or like anything else. I think that anybody could drink blood if they really wanted to. No, I never did it, but I'm just saying. You don't do it because you weren't raised like that. Actually, some machinery that could show you through technology the same light field that you're referencing. I believe that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But right now we don't got the machines, man. So we gotta just become naturally aware of it. That's the best thing we could do right now. And I had to eat this last cookie, bro. Just so I don't waste it. But even down to the foods, man. The devil, I see the type of game the devil be playing now, bro. Like the devil like people to struggle financially for the same topic that we talking about. When you get one thing in your life squared away, then you gonna have something else pop up. You feel me, man? But this whole concept it's better to know this concept than to just walk through life aimlessly, just like, oh, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Listen, man, I started this year off telling you how to drink 2 smoothies a day. And I couldn't help but to notice, like, damn, like I'm on a different frequency. Like I'm not even doing it for the frequency purposes. I'm doing it to detox. I'm doing it because health is wealth. But when people say health is wealth, we automatically think about money, not auric wealth. We don't think about aura, which is like the thing that is like the reason why you're going to thrive or not in a situation. So I got some stuff to say about that in this video. We don't got to be live, for more than an hour or two. But I just wanted to introduce this new um, I just want to introduce this new series that we're going to be doing on this channel. And this is like episode 1, you know what I'm saying? You got Blade over here. I definitely grew up watching that. Yeah, I grew up with a couple vampire movies around, bro. So I don't really see them as like something that is like scary, like you know what I'm saying, like which is crazy, but it's other things that I think is way more demonically like adjacent than just biting somebody on the neck and turning them into a vampire. Like I think that that's actually something people would be happy to find out that like I feel like people are just people are crazy. Like people would be like, "Oh, people are like dumbed down obviously, right? Like there's no such thing as a smart slave because well, maybe back then, but like what I'm trying to say is like if we both humans and I'm controlling your kind since before you was born. Of course you don't know you know about vampires, or of course you don't know about aliens, or of course you don't know about X, Y, and Z. People fear what they don't know. You know what I'm saying? As soon as people figure out, oh, you know, I can do this or I can do that, they stop fearing it. So I mean, there's other things like I said that is a little more demonically enchanting, if you ask me. Besides that, it's a lot of things I feel like it's more crazy than that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So it ain't that it ain't scary. It's just that you know, it's one of those things that like aliens, like you have to see it to be like, oh damn, that's kind of crazy. You know, it have to be right there happening, and you'll have to be like, it have to be a real threat to you, like, because as far as I'm concerned, this shit ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? This shit probably been happening forever. You know what I'm saying? The tunnels connecting all continents, believe it or not. The tunnels connecting all continents, believe it or not. Because humans actually glow, not very much, but they do glow. Mm, we're on the same wavelength. Let me see. Um, like we already know cannibalism is a thing, right? So if human beings already know that cannibalism is a possibility or a fact, why would you be scared that someone that's a vampire? You know what I'm saying? Or why would you be surprised? Like I guess that's the bigger question. Not even like scared, like but like people could be scared of anything. You could be scared of someone with a gun. You could be scared of I mean what's more scary, a vampire or somebody that is just trying to kill you in general? Like I mean, I understand because the lore around it is probably what makes people scared. Um, you're right. With practice and training and talents, it is possible to make the glow greater. You are correct. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, and not only that, like I spoke yesterday about vetting women. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel like is insanely impossible unless unless you vet her aura. You know what I'm saying? Her auric field. You know, if you vet somebody's aura, then you know that's more snitching. That's more snitching on them than anything else. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as, oh, let me see your phone today, or yo, bro, try to flirt with her when I walk out the room or some shit like that. Like people are just unintelligent. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm not saying they're unintelligent, but they're just unaware. Like it's many things I'm unaware of, and that's why we're making this video. But this is just episode number one of what did I call the title? Auric Fields one. Auric Fields one. Um yeah, why I say, oh, she's bad when I'm in the gym, bro. She got them leggings on. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how the average guy literally like no wonder why certain people break up every year and certain people get married and stay together every year. Like, I mean, that's common sense. You know what I'm saying? And then it's not to say that that other people don't say, damn, she's fine when they first meet the woman, just like every other guy. But after that, you want to see her aura, you want to see her energy, like you want to vet her spirit, you want to vet her patterns, her likelihoods, and her likelihoods are not something you can like a high schooler or a college person is good at seeing. You know what I'm saying? The fuck is auras? Yo, stick around and find out. You're on a spiritual soul Illuminati type of time. I guess so, bro. Like I really guess so, bro. Like I am subscribed to one of his channels. He not a cornball or nothing. So I mean, I never really been a Soul Illuminati fan. You know what I'm saying? But he come from the time where YouTube was really popping. So I think he just naturally. A lot of people look up to him. I never looked up to him, but I respect his influence. He influenced a lot of people. But yeah, just the fact that we even put our minds on auras in the first place make you sexually attractive. Like I've been trying to crack the code on dating for a long, like not a long time, but a couple years, which is technically a long time. But like I finally figured it out. I figured out why I was successful at younger ages than I am at older ages, and it has everything to do with health, um, having abundance versus scarcity, like just universal laws. Like you know what I'm saying? Um, like if you talk to a woman from a position of power, then it's like you'll see a different outcome automatically. If you talk to a woman from a position of neediness, you'll have a different outcome. You know what I'm saying? And fear is one of the biggest things. Fear, anxiety, doubt, all of these low vibrational things. If you got a chart, a frequency chart, like I swear to God, bro, like even like you said with the news or with oh, did you know this is happening over here and this is happening in China and you know Germany is doing this now and da da da. I mean, you will just be a low frequency motherfucker if you do not stop yourself from engaging in those type of comments and those type of fear mongering, fear mongering thing because as human beings we all affect each other. If my homie is scared of everything, he gonna come around me talking all that stupid jazz. Oh, do you know this? Did you know that? Do you know this girl is like that? Do you know this? I don't give a fuck about this. It could be the baddest bitch in the world, and I don't give a fuck. But if you got a friend that don't get girls, now all of a sudden, yeah, y'all talk. That's all y'all talk about. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important to understand why success is like a consequence instead of like something that you just like expect for yourself. Like food, clothes, like we said about wearing all black. I'm still wearing the hoodie black. I mean, shit like that. Like that shit all matters, bro. Like, but my biggest thing is food, bro. Food and mood. The food that you're in and the mood that you're in. Those two things will always deconstruct your confidence one way by hook or crook. I'm telling you, like you could be a sexy nigga, like you know what I'm saying. But if you're eating low vibrational food, but see when you got game, and this is why it's so funny to me. If you got game, then it's like a cheat code because like you could eat some low frequency shit, but it's gonna fuck you up for that day. But like you could eat some bullshit and get away with it because you just it's something about knowing like this is why like I guess this is why I'm in the field that I'm in as far as social dynamics, because human beings, we're human, bro. Like, you're gonna eat from a restaurant again. You're gonna eat, like some type of like steak again. Like, you're gonna eat shrimp again. Like, you're gonna fuck up. It's worse when you don't know how to talk to women or make friends or these little things. Like, when you eat low frequency, you gotta, like, if you know how to like still like have a good day, that shit is so important. Like like when you don't got no game, if you eat some bullshit, you damn sure ain't getting no chick. Like, you ain't getting no woman. She gonna be like, damn, his aura off, his energy off, and he weird. He don't even know how to talk. And then you could eat the heaviest, dense food on the planet, but if you know how to talk to women, it's like, because we human beings, we feed off of each other. So even in that situation, it's a aura type of thing. Because energy is transferred. You know what I'm saying? Explain what? Not everyone aura field is on the same frequency, which is why people emit different colors. Facts. That's a fact, and nor should you even get, like, again, man. I don't even want to. I'm not doing this to like be like, oh, like, look at this person with this good energy. I want to be on their frequency. Like, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that, but I feel like me as a human being, I don't. That's why I don't like to compete with other people. I'm like, if this person make 40K and I make $400 a week, or even if I make $40 a week, and this person make 2K a week, like, that don't make you better than me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that from this place of like, he's not better than me. He might technically, it's possible that he is better than me at whatever we want to, call the competition of life. But my aura is better when I'm not competing with nobody. My aura is protected when I'm not comparing myself to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that I notice about what we call game, right? I get more women when I'm just being myself, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I can't afford a Patek Philippe watch or whatever, Protect, whatever they call it, I can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? If I can't, whatever. Like, I feel like your aura is connected to your honesty, and your aura is connected to your ability to say no. Because, like, if you don't say no, of course somebody gonna like manipulate you, and that's a part of the auric. In my opinion, that's the auric field happening. I guess I don't know what to call it, but it's like people want to talk about manipulation, but then like they don't ever talk about auric field, and I think that that's a big part of it. Same thing with you being able to influence other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we look at it like, oh, public speaking, and yeah, those things matter. Speaking with your hands, whatever the case, your charm level, but all of that's connected to your energy field, your state, the state that you're in. What's your state? We talked about state control yesterday. I don't see an aura coming off nobody. Maybe that's just me. No, that's all of us. I don't see it either when I look at people. But that's why we making this content. Listen, nothing we talk about is overnight. But I just know, as long as we're drinking stuff like this is gonna lower. This is where I'm at with it. I'm in elementary school with it. Drink this, your auric field will go down. Drink water, it may stay somewhere or might go down a little bit because you know, depending on what type of water you're drinking. I'm looking at it on a, like everyone who know me, I know, like, I tell y'all, I try to eat at Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. Like, We might not can't see auras, but we could see a person that's thriving. We could see, you could go into a gym or you could go into a food store, and you could see somebody who look healthy. That's phase number zero. That's zero. You could see that. You could see somebody go to the Chinese food place and walk out the Chinese food place. They might not look bad, but you could tell that they kind of, a little rough around the edges. You could see certain shit. Someone pick up a pack of cigarettes, and they're not smiling as much. The problem is people aren't studying it. It ain't about that. It's not. See, human beings think just because they can't see it, it's not. It don't matter because it's invisible. But like people who are smart, they know that everything that's invisible is what's controlling everything that's visible. Like, so then, like, do I really gotta enslave you or bully you if I just focus on this invisible shit right here while you focus on shit like if you focus on like physical shit, like that's game. Game is like, we talk about dating, we talk about game, we talk about social dynamics. It's all about the invisible shit. It's never really about the visual shit. But see, what does the average guy do? Damn, she got a fat ass. Damn, man. Or man, this food looks so good right here, man. Or man, I really got a taste for this, man. Like I said, even with me, man, I know with money, when it comes to money, I spend money on DoorDash probably the most out of everything in my life so far. Like I probably don't spend a couple hundred, maybe 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 2-3 racks on DoorDash. I don't know, but yeah, I know y'all probably spend way more than me on that shit. But like, I'm not a big money guy, but I know I'm capable of making a lot of money. And I say that to say this: you have a ceiling over your head when you don't understand the shit we talking about right tonight. As far as money, women, cars, clothes, hoes, no, 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 no. It's all, if you don't understand this. And some people thrive in lower density environments. So some people could rap about low frequency stuff, and some people could thrive like just cause like I said, the analogy of the person leaving a Chinese store but still look healthy. Like some people can do that. Like some people could make music about shaking ass and whatever and still like thrive, but like that do come with other things. So it's like, are they really thriving or not? I mean, it's up for debate, but I know in my life, like I need to literally eat fruit. I need to literally be on high frequency diet. My hobbies, activities, and events literally involve trees and yoga. Like I can't smoke cigarettes and vapes, and like technically you can do these low frequency act like things and still fuck bitches, like obviously, but like I said, you're not really being honest with yourself first of all, and that stuff is killing you. So either way it go, it's short lived. So it's like, what I found that women really find sexy is a guy that's undestructible, like not a guy that's destructible. Like now they'll fuck a guy that's destructible, like fast sometimes, but the women you really want, they're not even going. They're not even going to be around you because the frequency they on is different. Like I went like a year or two without even seeing any women that was genuinely my type because they were all in like smoothie shops and shit, and I was just kind of like going through my own separate saga of like trying to figure out like how the world worked and shit like that. But I was at one point smoking a vape. You know what I'm saying? I was at one point smoking, trying to see if I fuck with cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Literally. And it was bullshit, bro. Shout out to Max B though, cause he smokes cigarettes. I see he smokes cigarettes and shit. But like I said, some people could do it, and it's like that's their thing. And anybody could do anything. That's why the world is so crazy. Like anybody could try anything, anybody could do anything, but you gotta know yourself. You gotta know what you're comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a cap on everything. Like you can't do nothing just because you see. Like I said, I like Max B music, but just because I look up to him in that sense, don't mean I'm gonna follow him off of no bridge. You know what I'm saying? But I'll listen to his music to motivate me at the gym or something like that. Oh yeah, damn. Hold on, man. Let me see, bro. Yeah, man. I don't see an aura coming off nobody. Oh yeah, those type of vampires are real. For you, who can I offer the chance to see my own without you being punished for looking where you wasn't supposed to see? For you, who can I offer you the chance to see my own without you being punished for looking in due time if you're doing the work? Yeah, that's what it is. In due time, you could just see like I feel like we all could see it. Like we could feel things. Like even if you can't see them, and like totally you can't see. So like you said, you'll question it. Like, oh, I'm chilling with this chick, and you'll probably name it something else like low frequency, low vibe, like or she a thought or some shit. But like that's like elementary school talking. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you realizing like her vibe may be off. You know what I'm saying? Her aura may be telling you something you need to pay attention to. I'm trying to put this shit. And then like yeah, it probably like show you somebody's intentions too, like you know what I'm saying? Like opposed to you trying to guess and shit like that and wasting like isn't it a waste of time to be like, oh, I think this girl is like not good for me. You know, like isn't that such a weak place to be in? And, like as a man, like I don't know, bro, but I think this girl isn't for me. But her ass is fat though, bro. I just want to hit it one time, bro. You know, that's like such a beta position. Like, man, this shit getting on my nerves. That's another thing. I feel like when you godliness is really next to cleanliness. So like with your life, you see like it's fucking up a lot. You gotta take something out or put something into it. You know what I'm saying? Is this some religious type beat? Nah, hell nah. This ain't no religious nothing, man. This is energy. Certain lens on your camera can show them. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Um, oh, you talking about actual light, like how the Earth has a blue aura around? Yeah, that's a perfect analogy, bro. Like, and if you're sitting across from a chick on a dinner date, I feel like a good place to bring a chick is a bowling alley. I've been saying that for the last week. I've been saying that. You know, the world gets crazier and crazier day by day, week by week, month by month, or you know, it's probably always been a sicko mode. It'd just be smart if people just worked on their energy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying people got to do everything I say, but me, I know you know, I fast. I try to strengthen my aura, I guess, and like without even knowing what it really is. But like I'm not oblivious to it. You know what I'm saying? By the way, hi, I'm Earth. The universe was created in a black hole. Somebody explain this shit, please. Get that duck flower, fam. About to order mine now. Duck flower? That's like a plant, a herb. I got some. Um, Let me see real quick. Yeah, my bad. And then another thing, like we are all spiritual beings, so it's like the day that you are like even me, right, with content, like I noticed this pattern in my life. Like as I'm gonna start calling out patterns, I see that'd be a smart thing for me to do, right? Instead of me just not calling them out. Um, I noticed something, right? So number one, hold on, man. This is getting on my nerves, y'all. Not even gonna lie. Okay. So yeah, I got it. I got it. I got it now. I got it. There we go. So I got some content. We talk about money and aura and how it all connects, and then a little bit about dating and aura and how it all could connect. And we're gonna kind of talk about like, cause we've been talking about this since like last year when I told y'all about tree ship. And tree ship is a product that I put together. Um, it's kind of like an event slash like your relationship with trees. So I call it tree ship, um, or tree vents. Like tree vent is the word you use when you're hosting an event that's about trees, I guess. But your relationship with trees basically matter, in my opinion. And so, long story short, um, trees naturally will raise your aura if you hug a tree, obviously. And money comes from trees, which is the irony, right? It's the irony. But long story short, there always has been a spiritual element in most like 79% of my content. Problem is that we veer off easily when you come from certain territories, terrains. You know, I'm a young black urban guy. You know, so it's easy for me to go on my mom's refrigerator and lower my frequency because you know she still eat a certain type of way. It's easy for me to run out of money, which could lead to that same thing. It's easy for me to jerk off. It's easy for me to do everything everybody else do. So let's start there. I think that's a healthy place to start from because when y'all see me do something that is whack, boring, or weird, I would prefer for me to set that record straight right now because I'm human, but I'm on a journey that would make people think like, oh, this person is trying to do this YouTube stuff, but it's like there's like a humility that's everlasting and shit. But we're gonna talk about that. Like that's why I want to mix in aura, like from a bioscientist lens. I want to mix in aura with money and dating. We're gonna do that in this video, you know. And yeah, I'm not even looking to hit 1K views in this video. I'm not looking to hit 5K views, 10K. I'm not looking for none of that. That's another thing that lower your auric field, in my opinion. Anything that has to do with outcome dependency technically lowers your aura, which is why I feel like some people never seem like they're doing like people every human wants to get on YouTube and just like post one video and then like make $1 million and shit. It's like there's a reason why some people just they're like yo in high school they used to call me can't get right, like literally like people like my coach, because I used to do bad with grades and shit. I used to do bad with grades, but I was good at basketball. So like obviously they're gonna like at least you're popular enough to get like a nickname and shit, right? But like that's a way of teasing somebody. So say you can't get right, you can't get right. You know what I'm saying? You can't even get right because you're good at basketball, but when it comes to your grades or school, you just can't get right. And that stuck with me for a long time because you just believe shit. But name nicknames and stuff like that, they literally stick with you for a long time, bro. That's why my new nickname is Get Right. I ain't never say that, but I never. That's I'm lying to y'all, but that's what it would be, uh, self-proclaimingly. Easiest way to explain is one of the technology trees within the technology tree of magic. What the org field? So it's like a vibe. It's like your fate. It's like a vibe, bro. It's like a light, a glow, a glow, a glow, a glow around you. Yeah, like a light, like you said. It's not really. I don't know about fate. I believe fate is. I believe fate operates outside of the org field. I could be wrong, but this is my scientific guess. My hypothesis is that your fate is kind of. I believe is as unreligious as I am. I believe that your fate is written and it's like written. I believe it's genuinely written. That's why when you find it, that's why I'm gonna explain it. That's why a lot of human beings come close to near death situations, but they don't happen because because think about the chances of that. Like if this was nature, you would never come close to something and it don't happen. Like right. So like that's the myth of like that would be the lore around why that type of stuff don't happen because your aura might have been too hot. Maybe that's what it is. Your aura might be too hot. I don't know what it is. Like I believe like certain stuff only happen on certain frequencies. Like I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but that's just common sense in my opinion. Like you know what I'm saying? I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I just don't think I'm wrong. Um, you can only be wrong for so long. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what it is too. Like what the fuck are they playing with the fucking faucet or some shit? Keep hearing something running and then cutting off. And that's another thing y'all will notice when y'all are on the correct path, it'll be distractions, low frequency, like just noises, weird shit. You be like, damn, because it's like some shit has to happen to like counteract what you doing. And then like we love to blame the Matrix as well is one of the we're gonna call that Auric buzzwords. Auric buzzwords. Like we got to be careful too, because like if you blame something, then like human beings are always blaming something for why they're not where they want to be. That's another way, a slick, clever way. I feel like that the universe stops people from like quantum jumping to like better places because in reality, like it's like we love to blame shit, bro. So I'm gonna call it Auric. Um, I forgot what I just called it. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. There is there is the religious aspect of it. Some religions even teach how how wait. Some religions even teach you how to do it as part of the religion. Ancient Hebrew being one of them. how to raise your auric field or some shit. I believe every religion is high frequency. I believe the prerequisite to even be a religion is like you have to science. I believe it's science underneath every religion, and it's basically teaching you how to be in a frequency. Now, if you can't, I believe also if you can't like stand like in that high frequency, you'll find yourself not going to church or not going to the mosque or not going. And you'll also will find yourself in places where you might be more likely to get into trouble or smoke cigarettes or do other. I think that is just a natural economical um, thing that happens. So if you're conscious about it, then you can do something to counteract. But I mean, like more than anything, man. Like I said, I like yoga. I like yoga. Yoga is very 8 out of 10 for me in terms of like something I feel like I could do every day or every other day. At least one pose or two poses that keep me from being like super like what's the word dense dense in my day to day life. Laughter is something I've been telling y'all about lately. You gotta laugh, bro, like because things drain you so fast. Like that noise that's in the background, I don't know if y'all can hear it. It's a little louder on my side. It's just a devil like sound. Like some sounds just I'm not even that sensitive either. So like I be knowing it's a devil. Like, but like I told y'all yesterday, like when people was outside and they was mad noisy, but it's not about the fact that I'm trying to control the noise ratio. It's the fact that people do it at the wrong times. When I want peace and quiet is when it happens. And I know it's like people in the USA, we're supposed to be driven crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because we live in like these little tight apartment buildings or houses and like they're stacked on top of each other. And then it's just built for destruction and distraction. Like I don't know how we made it this far, but it's 2026. We gonna do what we gotta do now. But I'm telling you, man, that shit is crazy. This is why when people get a lot of money, they move into the woods and shit. Because you need quiet. Quiet. I live in an apartment. As soon as I start doing something, I hear footsteps. Doom, 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 doom. And it's just like I mean, it's been a test the whole time on my peace. And then if it ain't them, it's people I live with that yapping, 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 yelling on the phone, talking on the phone. It's just for me, it's been a very, very roller coaster. But guess what? I never stopped grinding, bro. I never stopped grinding. And so I know the payoff is gonna be crazy because I never, you know what I'm saying? Like the devil, and I'm telling you, this is like we can metaphorically bring it to religion wherever, every day, bro. Because I know it's people in jail. They got to share space with people they don't want to be around. You know what I'm saying? People who go to 9 to 5 jobs, you got to share space. Life is going life, bro. Life is always going life, bro. That's why. That's why people. That's why people who thrive or win, they get all the bitches because a chick gonna notice that like, damn, how that's amazing for you to be not only on Earth and be alive, but for you to be it shows power for you to even be thriving. You know what I'm saying? Thriving is different than living. You know what I'm saying? So I think that every struggle we go through is genuinely supposed to teach us something if we pay attention, if we see it in a healthy way. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about that, I think yesterday or a couple of days ago, like your interpretation, your perception. You know what I'm saying? It don't even got to be precisely right, but the fact that you made something out of nothing, like the noise I was just telling you, I'd rather deem that the devil, even though that might not be a healthy way of looking at it. But the fact that I've chosen to see it that way. At least I chose to take like a stance on that instead of just being stressed out from it. Because like if I don't name it something, then it'll just be like unconsciously draining my energy from like background noises. Like, no, fuck that. But yeah, man, it's a lot of different ways that I look at technically see aura. You know, your posture is a big thing. Posture is something that is slept on. Because like body language is something that's slept on when it comes to like dating, even like professional settings, business, money. Um, your spine. We spoke about that last year on certain videos. Matter of fact, I think I threw that video on Patreon. But look, this feels good right now. Exposing the fact that I was slouched over a lot. Sometimes you don't even notice that you're slouched. If you really want to change your auric field, be conscious of your spine. Be conscious of your spine, bro. Your spine is like, it's like a universal wand or some shit. Like you want to manifest this, you want to manifest that. Your spine is like a fucking magic wand. You know, literally. I mean, your spine is very important. So yeah, man, and then that's the thing, man. If you're in like a low frequency household for too long, of course you're gonna slouch. If you got people around you who are narcissistic and think they can say anything or bully you or manipulate you, of course your spine, you're not gonna be a stand up person. You know what I'm saying? Your environment is very important in my opinion in terms of that what dictates, the outcomes of your reality. um oh, I see you can have predetermined aura. What you mean predetermined aura? Rex, I'm a little tapped into Christianity, but technology tree, this is new. I mean, people say the tree of life. I mean, there's many analogies where people use the word tree, so I think it's just important that we understand our limbic system, that we have limbs and we are like trees. And trees are like our parents because when our parents stop giving us the type of love and attention we think we need I mean, when you're 18, technically they're telling you you don't need it, but I think you always need support. But say for instance, you're out on your own in a dog eat dog world, which is very common in America. I would argue you do need to, be connected to some trees to a degree because they get their life giving. You know what I'm saying? Their energy giving, their oxygen giving. They're giving you literally like go if you hug a tree for 5 seconds and then go back in the house, you're gonna feel better than if you talk to your mom or your dad. So even though you love your mom and your dad, that has nothing to do with scientific outcomes and longevity of a stress-free reality, was what I think that human beings would be aiming for, right? I mean, the only reason I haven't hugged a tree in like a week is because it's snowing outside. Oh, it's snow outside, but that's not even a good excuse. But that's the excuse I've allowed. And then breath work, also breathing. You see that big breath I just took is very important. And then nostril breathing is better than all of that. Nah, leave that shit in 2020 something, man. Thank you for being quiet while I poop. Um, do you know I show speed? Yeah, I do. Everybody know who that is at this point. If you're on the internet, man. But yeah. Long story short, yeah, I know who he is, man. You can be scared of love. Who can be scared of love? That's true, actually. But I mean, you shouldn't be. I mean, you could be scared of anything, given the right perception, the right context. The superhuman aspect of vampire, you can fight another man. You can fight something 100 times faster and stronger. Um, I get where you're going with that. Um, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Vampires technically, well, in movies, they're depicted in a cool way, right? So, like you said with the movie Blade, right? If you ever watched that movie as a kid, how can you be scared of vampire? I don't understand. Like I just can't. I can't see them. And I also watched other vampire movies. I think the movie The Lost Boys, is them white boys. I forgot how the movie. I gotta watch it again. I haven't seen it in so long, but it's just the principle of like, if you're scared, go to church, bro. I don't know how to tell you. Like like I said, when you black, bro, you more scared of like shit that's real. Like I told y'all before, like shit that's real, bro. Like, and if that's real, then I guess you gotta broaden your horizons and accept some new shit. You know what I'm saying, that you didn't wasn't ready for. But I mean, I mean, we're born in the land of the brave, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, we come from America, so it's like it's not too much shit. Like, yeah, you could be scared, but you really still can't be scared, if that makes sense. Like, even if you're scared, it's not stopping nothing. And when you're born in America, maybe if you were born in Saudi Arabia, I don't know, somewhere else, then you have like more like protection. But like, I don't feel like I feel like, in America you're safe, but also there's always a chance that you're not. So you just gotta, I don't know how you could be until something like that is literally happening to you. The literal moment of someone biting your neck and that happening to you, or even like you said, they're super strong, whatever the fuck the movies told us. However, seduced or whatever, until that day, then you just don't give a fuck, bro. I can't even explain it. I just don't care. Like I mean, I've seen too much in real life to care about that shit. Do I think people? Do I think it's something very sinister going on? In certain areas of the world, of course, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to tell you. Like, it's just no way that it's not. The moon got to come up and go down. The sun got to come up and go down. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's black and white chess. You know what I'm saying? Chess thinking. Like, it's just science. Like, it's everything: biology, science, uh, zoology, all type of shit. It's just at that point, and I'm big on like, I believe myself to be a positive person. So how can the sun be focused on the moon? Like, I can't even focus on something negative because it's just outside of it's like something I'm not even adjacent. I'm not even conscious of it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody would have to tell me, just, oh, this has going on the news and da 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 da. Like, that shit don't even bother me. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a certain shit only happen to people who focus on it. And I believe that's true even in racism, history, slavery. I believe that's true through and through. Because, yes, bad things can happen technically to quote unquote good people, or quote unquote perceived good people, which is different, right? But on a frequency scientific level, whenever you read about slavery or whatever, you only reading about the shit that they telling you. You're not reading about the shit that is positive about slavery. You're not reading about the shit that's good about a vampire. You're reading about the negative about the vampire. It's a good side to everything, bro. Someone said, you know, it's a good side to everything. So like, me being a naturally optimistic person, I just find it impossible to get caught in a one way of thinking, or even like reading the news. Like, why would you read the news if it ain't something you could control? Especially, like, I mean, if it's something you could prepare yourself for and do something to, protect, okay, cool. But I just think that it's just like, I don't know, bro. Like, this topic right here, we're gonna get into this topic more because I can't even keep going on that topic without losing full, like, respect for where I'm going with this video. And that's the thing about life too, like trajectories and tracks. We're always on a track or trajectory, and one little, like, distraction could, like, what they call it, it could, like, veer you into the woods, and you're like, oh well, now we're talking about something that's so demonic and like you said, supernatural and uncontrollable. It's force. like like people can't scare people flat out, so they got to use, like, very, very uncontrollable circumstances. And that's also history that's been going on since the beginning of time. So with that being said, we just got to keep grounded, bro. That's what I tell people all the time: stay grounded. Even with dating, the ass has gotten fatter. Have they? Since we were young, and since history, women used to want to be skinny, but men were men back then as well. So you got to keep track of bullshit. A lot of stuff be bullshit. Like, you looking at ass, you're gonna be weak. You know what I'm saying? The ass is getting fatter. You have to be a better man or lose. You swim or you drown. That's how life works. I'm sorry. That's how this shit work. So let's get back to this Auric shit, because if we don't, guess what'll happen? We'll never get to it. The whole video will be about Blade and vampires and shit, and we'll never get eaten by a vampire ever. And so we're just gonna be fantasizing about being eaten by vampires. So you see how the demonic realm influences. You got to protect your aura at all costs. I should make a T-shirt. Protect your aura at all costs, bro. It's not only what you set out to do, but what you fail to accept. Right? I can't control certain things, but we can still step. We can still step and stand and make chess moves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could always make a move. So I think that that's where I find light, you know what I'm saying, in the darkness, you know what I'm saying? Like, because if I sit here and focus on everything that's negative, bro, trust me, bro, I'm gonna go into a spiral. Period. Like, um, I stay with garlic clove for those reasons, bro. That's some Nickelodeon ass shit. But I ain't gonna lie, that's probably really something they scared of, man. So, like I said, man, yeah, man. They would get some garlic cloves, put it around your neck, make a little chain out the shit. You're gonna smell like garlic though, but I mean, you probably shouldn't do that. But you know, that's a good idea, bro. What's good, Faith? Love, light, balance. What's good, Faith? How you feeling, bro? You just using aura as a fancy word for first impression. How the fuck this loser gonna tell me what I'm using aura for? See, it's these type of people, chat. They just want attention. Don't even know a nigga. Come in here like they know a nigga. I hate these people, man. Damn, I'm trying to stay focused. I can't do it, man. It's hard. Hard, bro. Take a deep breath. People stressing me out. Vampires, all type of shit. Hold on. What's good, Nathan? Goat said, I feel like anyone can as long as you're willing to fully compromise. What do you mean fully compromise? What the fuck? does that mean? Oh my God. He said you spin. You feel me? I'm trying, bro. Definitely. And I'm not even trying. I'm just correlating real shit. Um, they wanna put out more distractions than real proud. And even that way of thinking is toxic too. So like let me correct that. Like I don't like the word they, which anytime you feel like your life is in a crisis, you will spew that word out with a like a knee jerking reason for that. So you will find yourself using the word they, but just stay conscious that that happens and then correct yourself. Because then every time you use the word they, you're not grounded. So that's the correlation right there. Every time you say they, whether it's the white man or this or that, you're externalizing your integrity. You don't have no integrity every time you do that. And when you also frame your reality as more distractions than real problem solvers, um, you also are one way or another leaking power because you're saying like, oh, like I'm not a problem solver. Because if you're unfortunately we live in an infinite world, but they tell you, well, I'm gonna use the word they right now, but because this is this is a real they, but they put in textbooks and stuff like limits on your mind, but you're an infinite being. So like it's almost like a self abusive frame that you have. But the better thing to do would be to like journal because like we're pure energy. We're pure energy. So it's like those low frequencies don't do us no good as far as saying like, oh, this is their fault and this is why my life is here. Even though it might be like they might have stagnated the first 24 years of your life, whatever. Say you got 100 years to live. The first quarter might have started off slow. The baby food might have been bad for you. The shots might have been bad for you. The schooling might have been not in your greatest outcome. But the integrity is to realize it and then be like, oh, okay, that was only 25 years. What about the next 25 years? You know what I'm saying? So that's a to me healthier, more optimistic, not only perspective, but it's integrity in that. You know what I'm saying? It's internal. That's more internal than to externalize it. Be like, oh, because you're gonna stay trapped in that for months and stress yourself out all at the same time. So yeah, I don't feel good when I do that. But yeah, there's a lot of theys around, and a lot of theys do a lot of things that keep you off off of your square or whatever you want to call it. And you don't want to be off of your square. That's not going to be fun. And women are not going to. As we talk about dating a lot on this channel, women are not going to find you sexy whatsoever if you have that way of thinking. So you want to change because everything is all is everything is when I say all is mental, like I'm saying like the way you perceive shit in conjunction with the way you feel at the same time. So the way you think is affecting the way you feel, and the way you feel can also affect the way you think. Because like you could have a feeling, and that feeling could trigger a perspective. Like I don't feel so good about this thing going on in my life, so that's the thinking part. So at first you said I didn't feel so good about this, and then you realize like maybe it's they, right? So it went from your body, a somatic feeling, and then it triggered a thought. Or it could be a thought that you can't stop thinking about, like vampires, that infects your fucking nervous system. and now it's going from the top down. But either way, it if it's from down up top or top down, it wouldn't matter because you're the one that's not able to accept life on life's terms, which is that this shit can be hideous at times. So, but if that's the case, you're more powerful knowing that it's hideous than not, right? Because at least if you're under 25 years old or under 18, it might have would have been better for you to not know. But now if you're over 18 or over 20, it might be the best thing for you to know, especially if we're talking about standing like 10 toes on a concept or idea or thought. You have a lot of power when you know something. So it's like, okay, well, I know my city is this way. Let me build an airplane. Like you would never build an airplane if you never knew your city was that way. You wouldn't want to leave your city. But knowledge is power, and even if the knowledge is ugly, you know what I'm saying? So that's the stance you gotta accept. You gotta accept, like, and it's like what we said earlier about, like, if a girl is a thought, instead of calling her a thought, check her auric field. Like, what does her aura say, or some shit, or like, knowledge is always gonna be power. Just because you don't like the way the knowledge is presenting itself, that makes you look like a little nigga. You know what I'm saying? Universally to the universe. Because another person given your position would do way more than you with what you got. And that's facts. Somebody in jail right now is like, man, if I could get out of jail, bro, I'd do anything to just be sitting at the kitchen table making a video, whatever. I wouldn't even go outside and do X, Y, and Z. See what I'm saying? So that's why I made a post on my channel, and the post was, your boring life isn't really boring. Somebody said, I never thought about it like that. Like, well, that's why I made the post, you know what I'm saying? Because I noticed that in my life, sometimes it seems boring at times, but I've really learned to, like, find, like, fun and, like, that. Like, I could play, like, online chess and have, like, a blast. Like, or like I said, I could hug a tree. A lot of people are not talking about that on YouTube because it's unpopular, and it could frame you as feminine. But I'm like, man, I know I'm not feminine, so I don't got that insecurity. Number one, and number two, it's just so many benefits to it that I would be a damn fool to, like, externalize my power just because over a fucking tree. You know what I'm saying? Or a stranger that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so this is why I feel like a lot of people are getting into horrible situations, because they don't know how to just breathe and just chill. Ever been to prison? No, I've never been to prison, man. But um, maybe at some point, maybe I have. But that's a personal question, personal answer, actually. Um, Proper answer would be, I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. I just saw someone on live who act like speed. Ain't no racism. You tripping, fool, on some high shit. You over the place, bro. Gone. Go to sleep, man. Shut your ass up. And another thing is time. Time and boredom. It really, I found that in my life, time and boredom, like, like sometimes time is your worst enemy, because that shit can stretch. Like it's mental, right? Sometimes time is like fun, and you could be like, oh, I got time to kind of like play chess, or like to do this, or like to live in the present moment and all of this fun shit. And then there's times where time seems like different, like, right? It's about not the time itself, but the perception of the time. It's like it feels like time is fucking you over. Like, you're like, oh my God, like, you're like, it's only 7:13 in the morning. What the fuck do I do? Like, like, cause you have to be one with nature, and that's why I try to always talk about on my channel. You have to be, and that's not easy, my nigga. Like it's just not like because like and I realized this lately. Like a lot of people think they have ADHD, autism, all these different things. And what I really realized is that yes, some people brains do work certain type of ways, but we must address the elephant in the room. All your life since you was a kid, you moved on the time of the people who run the world. Like so, like when you had to wake up at a time, go to school, blah blah blah. So you never was like the type of kid that was raised on like a farm with your dad, the person who really is supposed to be like teaching you how life works. So like your biology or your operating system, it's on like borrowed time. Like it's moving in a different way than it would probably be moving if you were raised differently. But a lot of people don't think about that. They're like, oh well, I was raised how I was raised, and this is how it is. But then they think they have autism or attention deficit disorder or something like that. But it's really an environmental issue, not a mental issue, an environmental issue. Because what is time? Time is like a fake or made up concept, in my opinion, because time is what helps us clock you. Because I can't clock you without time. It's a measurement of what movement from the sun and the moon or something. You're the smartest young guy I've seen. Congrats. Thank you. I'm gonna call you. Is your name Nini D? Nini D or Nined? Nini. Yeah, I'm pretty smart. I'm pretty smart, and again, I just ponder things, and I don't let them. I think we all are smarter than what we accept, allow, and portray. And again, it's another environmental issue. You were raised in a classroom where you had to raise your hand, and if that teacher wanted to know this person's answer instead of that person's answer, your answer didn't matter. Subconsciously, it was conceived of that. You know what? Of course, a kid is going to take it that way, even if even if it's not right. You're a kid, so of course it doesn't have to be right for you to take it that way. But I just think emotional intelligence is we have it for a reason. Emotions are very intelligent, and what it is that we're smart, but we're not that smart. Meaning, like we're smart, but the universe is smarter. So, like when people like we believe, like my nigga Pac said, I believe in everything they feed me. I'm seeing demons. That was like, listen to that real quick. I believe in everything they feed me. I'm seeing demons. That could be a metaphor. I never thought about it that way, but that's like the metaphor. Like you don't have to physically be seeing a demon, but if you believe in everything someone else is telling you, then you'll start to create. You'll be like schizophrenic or some shit. Because even though it's not really like you don't see anything physical, you still are like every human being lives in a cause and effect manner. So if the cause is off, the effect is off. So if you believe in eating Chinese food, eating Subway, eating this, eating that, since you were a kid, eating lunch at school and it's boneless and all of this shit, and you just do as you say because you're a fucking sheep, then of course if you're gonna finish how you start. That's biology for you. You know what I'm saying? And my whole point is that Pac said, "If I believe in everything they feed me, I'm seeing demons." So I take that as a metaphor, like um, for the way your life is. Your life becomes very chaotic when you don't have any control. Unfortunately, if you come from a royal family, or you're king or close to somebody of some type of power, then of course your aura field is going to be high. You could be the most demonic thing on the planet, but of course, because cleanliness scientifically is next to godliness, as without, so within. Also, like I think there's a thin line between being a good person and being a person who achieved some stuff that puts you outside of the realm of people who haven't achieved that thing. As you say, when you get to the top, it's lonely. Well, look at other races of people and then get over it, because you'd rather probably be there, but you just are just like being pussy right now. But you'd rather be there, or you could be the first trendsetter to do that. To set the trend for the next generations to be that way. But instead, people would rather be like, well, since I'm not happy in my life, I'd rather go out to the club and rather go out and drink some booze and go. Okay, get over your fucking self. It's fun. I understand. You can do what you want, but there are certain sacrifices, right? So for me, I'm like I said, I smoked cigarettes and vapes for one, tried it for a year, um, and it was actually okay, but that shit lower your frequency and make you forgetful. It make like when we talk about auric field, bro, you gotta be clean. You know what I'm saying, you gotta clean up your act. You gotta clean up your thoughts. You gotta journal. You gotta be a different type of person to be a different type of person. Like, what I'm saying? You can't be the same person while being a different person. It doesn't make any fucking sense. What's good, Yanni? Korean Soul, what's good? Korean Soul. Damn, I'm already at the bottom of all of y'all comments. What's good, Karam? Wait, hold on. Any of y'all ladies in here got Snapchat? Just put a one in the chat if you got Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into this shit. We talking about Auric Field. Top of the morning. I went live mad late, but I also woke up kind of like 5ish, which is crazy. But I'll tell y'all, my sleeping pattern is what it is. Oh yeah, you said you don't got Snapchat, right? He in here trying to spit game on YouTube is crazy work. Nah, it ain't no game, bro. But who told you I'm trying to spit game? Who told you I'm trying to spit game? Didn't you just hear me say you about to talk about Auric Field? See, this is the demonic realm right here. Every time I try to get on topic, somebody say something that is slick or slight. They try to slight me. I ain't trying to spit game, bro. I got Snapchat. I got Snapchat, bro. Snapchat is my networking. I network from Snapchat, and it's like you can meet a woman anywhere. Like that's another thing. Y'all guys got to stop doing that shit, man. You can meet a woman anywhere, bro. Like in the wise man once said, I think it was a wise man by the name of Luther Vandross. I think he said you never know where you're gonna find love. But see, y'all don't think like that. I gotta go. Tupac, Michael Jackson are banging in front of my door. Yeah, this is why you gotta ignore people, bro. That'll attack you and then show you how much of it, like, just like how easy you are to distract. That's all he wanted to do. Oh man, sometimes you gotta let things go. You gotta let things go. It's like this life that we live in. It's about being grounded and being, solid. Be grounded and be solid. I'm telling you, be grounded and be solid. Be grounded and be solid. Everything gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna work out. That's one thing. It sounds like an affirmation, but it's the most scientific affirmation. You know what I'm saying? It's the closest affirmation to righteousness. It doesn't listen. Something doesn't have to feel right to be right. But if you say something that is right, who is they? Who is they? Hollywood? All right, let's get into this real quick. Money plus aura. Money plus aura. The real mechanism. Money doesn't create aura. This is where a lot of people are just lost. Money does not create aura. Your relationship to money does. Aura equals internal safety plus, did I say money equals internal? Aura equals internal safety. Maybe I did say that. Aura equals internal safety plus self-trust. Money stress hits aura only when it triggers self-doubt. You may say something like, I'm messing up with money. I'm messing up. Scarcity, I don't have enough. Or self-judgment, I shouldn't have done that. Say, you spend, you buy DoorDash. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. I'm that type of guy. I've been doing that shit since anytime I get any money, since I was actually in like high school, even just like making like little hustle and money. I mean, and I also grew up around my mom, and I'll hear her complaining about money. So that affects a lot of that. But we're going to talk about a lot of that. You could spend $6 on food you needed. But if your inner dialogue turns into a courtroom, your field contracts. It contracts. A lot of y'all don't know about the field, your org field contracting. You know when a woman is having a babies, she's having contractions, squeeze, your org field contracts, gets tight and restricted. We want our org field to be loose and very inviting. Um, Women don't see low funds. They sense inner conflict. The specific moment I was describing to ChatGPT, I said I might have bought food slightly needed, but I felt like I wasted money. Right? I tell you all my life, that's the truth. I could buy anything. It could be broccoli, whatever. I mean, whenever you spend money, you might feel this way on a subconscious level. But I'm gonna tell you why it's important. The gap is dangerous between the spending and the feeling that you're feeling. That's the part you want to control. Your logic says this was reasonable. Your nervous system says I'm unsafe and I'm falling behind. Right? This is a big problem in the USA with a lot of people financially. Your nervous system says I'm falling behind. Even right now, it's only 3 people watching me. I could feel that way right now. You could always feel that way when it comes to numbers, money, attention, fame, women not texting you back. I mean, anything that you think you want to happen, you could always construct your auric field. It could close because it's just the way you allow your subconscious remember situations. You're not even no longer alive. You're not even living today's truth. You're living in last month or last year's how things were perceived. Because what's crazy to me is that you can't even see the open opportunities when you're doing that. When you constrict, your mind also is like doing some blinding thing. That split creates micro leakage, less grounded posture, faster speech, overthinking responses, subtle defensiveness, not visible, but is felt. Uh, how women actually read this is important. Women are not scanning your bank account, they're scanning for self trust, emotional stability, relaxed ownership of choices. And I think that relaxed ownership of choices is the biggest one. That's what really makes somebody cringy when you're not relaxed. You don't have relaxed ownership of the choices you make as a man. That's felt. That's felt. A man who says internally, I chose this, I'm good, feels magnetic even if he's broke. A man who says, I shouldn't have done this or I shouldn't have done that, I messed up, feels unstable even if he's flush. Key reframe. This will help immediately. Food you needed is not a money leak. Now, of course, you could do better budgeting with food, but that's also another booby trap. We'll talk about that at some time because I mean, you got your what you need and what you want. Man, your taste buds will lie to you in that area. So we'll talk about that. But this all affects your auric field. So we're still on topic for y'all who are wondering. This definitely affects your auric field heavily because your spending habits are obviously gonna connect. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, even when it comes to dating, right? Like you don't gotta send out Ubers to go pick women up. If you're talking to a lot of women, a lot of them should have cars, and trust me, if they like you enough, they'll pull up. But at the end of the day, you spending your money on cookies and just shit that ain't really like anytime you make a purchase, it should be fruits and vegetables. I say this shit every day. Um, but sometimes even for me, it feels like it could feel like a waste of time, like depending on like the situation. We'll talk about that. Um, which is crazy because for me, it should never feel like a waste of time. But sometimes it, you know, depends. And then we're gonna talk about that shit. Um, so food you needed is not a money leak. It's regulation maintenance. Hunger, low blood sugar, or deprivation shrinks aura. It makes you reactive and it kills presence. So this is the one tab. Feeding yourself as a man or woman, if you're a woman in here, feeding yourself, it should be your first responsibility, right? Everyone want to have a cell phone bill and they want to have a car bill and have all this. Listen, if you can't afford your own groceries, you failed at life. I'm sorry. If you're 18, above 18, and I'm talking about me too, because I never looked at that. But if you can't purchase your own groceries month by month, you failed at life. And chances are you're single. Now hold on. Because again, you gotta feed yourself. But here's the crazy part. If you allow yourself to see, there's a thin line between fasting and starving, and we gotta talk about. We gotta address that elephant in the room. Fasting is something you should do like once a week, twice a week, but it should not be something you're doing because you don't got no food. You know what I'm saying? But we got to clear this shit up. You know what I'm saying? So say fasting, you do fasting on Saturdays and Sundays. That's perfect. Or Sundays and Mondays. That's perfect. Or Sundays and Tuesdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Actually, it'd be perfect fasting days. I mean, pick 2 days and fast 24 hours, 15 hours. Break the fast with an orange, an apple, a pear, whatever. Fuck. But long story short, I'm gonna do a video going to farmers market or the Trader Joe's or somewhere, and I'm gonna just show y'all how you can last a week or what you could get. That's what can you get that's all fruit that can last you like 2 weeks. Um, and on like on a budget and keep it very, very cheap. $30 to $15 to $30. That's like the perfect range, $15 to $30, in between that range. Um, and this all affects your auric field because your money is technically connected. And a lot of people say, "Yo, money don't matter. Money don't make you this and money." Trust me, it don't, but it do. It's not about the money itself, like we said. It's about the way that your spending habits make you feel, which definitely cracks down on your aura. I think that's like the missing chess piece that people don't want to like look at. Um, because again, even if you go the other way and you're hungry and you have low blood sugar or deprivation, what that does on the other side is it shrinks your aura, it makes you reactive, and it kills presence. So ironically, skipping food to save money often costs you attraction. Right? As a dating coach, a lifestyle coach, I must set the record straight. Because it's been so long in my life, I'll think like, oh, I'll just fast. My mom don't got nothing but Coca-Colas in the refrigerator. I'll just fast. And either two things happen. You either end up drinking the Coca-Cola or you end up uh, fasting. And when you do fast, you do feel good because technically you're allowing your body to give your body a rest, a break, whatever, from digestion. But either way, you got to break that fast that next day, or you got to get out there, go shop. I mean, you got to, like I said, I'm going to try to do a budgeting thing, a series of budgeting videos or whatever. And we'll see how that, um, how that does. Um, the real Auric killer, self betrayal. Aura collapses when you second guess reasonable decisions. This is big right here because for me, I've seen that in my life. Even with this video, I was second guessing. Like, should I talk about Auric Field? Like, blase, blase, blah. Then I had to really grow the fuck up and say, you know what? This is my fucking YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, for real. Like, that's something that we just, as an adult, like over 18, we got to stop doing. Like if you don't make the video, is that gonna make people like you more, or is that gonna make you more valid as a human being? If they don't like you or they don't care about you, if someone doesn't like you or care about you, they don't like you and don't care about it. It doesn't matter what you do. Now, I think as humans, we prioritize other people's opinions so far, and so I mean we've been doing it since school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you basically are born on other people's time. You got to wake up at this time. You got to be on the bus, and your mom's like a fucking jail guard facilitating it. Get up! You got to get out to the house. You got school. I remember when I was younger, I really was thinking in my mind like, "Yo, why do we have to do this, bro?" Like I didn't understand it. Like, and I always told myself, man, when you get out of high school, like you're gonna literally be happy as shit. Like you're gonna be like when you get out of high school or when school is over, you're gonna have nothing but free time on your hands. I remember telling myself that in like sixth grade, seventh, nah, in I think middle school or high school. Yeah, high school. Like probably like between like eighth grade to ninth grade, 10th grade. I remember telling myself that like, yo, like after high school, you mean to tell me every day is gonna be summer? Man, this shit's been hell ever since. Nah, listen, man, it ain't hell. That's why we talking about this auric field stuff, bro. Because life is not hell. It's just if you don't know how to life, then life ain't gonna be life. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. So second guess reasonable decisions. This is something that Lucifer himself has his people gaslighting and attacking people for feeling free in their skin and making adult decisions for themselves. And like again, like a part of health is actually making decisions on your own. So like the devil gaslight young people to feel like they can't grow up so that they don't actually like know what it feel like to have their own 2 feet, 10 toes beneath them for real, for real. It's like, oh well, whatever, whatever. Listen, every decision you make definitely come with some shit to it. So you just want to practice making decisions, bro. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. But anyway, self-betrayal. Aura collapses. This is the important reason behind it. Aura collapses when you second guess reasonable decisions. If something is reasonable, like making a video about aura is very reasonable. It's very reasonable. I would say 40 to 80% reasonable. Yet I'm sitting here saying, I don't know. This doesn't really seem like a great video. I think so, bro. I think so. I think so. A couple edit. Like, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. No mercy, no mercy. Um, can you make a YouTube channel and call it Philosophies or Philosophy, lifestyle and dating, all about me? Right? I might have to put you on my tab. You know what I'm saying? But you clip my videos, you clip my whatever shorts videos. Philosophy, Philosophy. Uh, or you could put in the bio GLW whatever, but Philosophy. And is you don't know how to clip? Damn, I don't even know if you have to clip to do this though. But anyway, I want someone to create a YouTube channel and they just post all my shit over there, like certain when I say real shit, if that makes sense. I take screen recordings. I think you edit some of my I think that was you that did do that before. I take screen recording. Yeah, okay. So screen record this and this will be the first video. But like catch me saying some real shit. That's all. Just screen record and then like go on what's it called? Um CapCut and just, just like start posting my videos on a new channel called Philosophies and then I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, cash app you a little something, you know what I'm saying? But that's just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you say your name is Edits. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you got me on Instagram either. But yeah, man. But it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? But either way, we talking about aura right now. Aura is very important. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a very popular word out here, but we are talking about aura as far as the little things in life, money. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I'm gonna ask you, no mercy. Do you have a job? Like how do you make your money? You know what I'm saying, if you don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Because on this channel, I'm a lifestyle and dating coach. And I think I've kind of like made so many dating videos that somebody be like, yo, um, all he talk about is that. But, it's other elements to this life that totally affect your dating life. So I gotta hit on these different elements, man. I have to, man. Not only do I have to, but just for me as a human too. Like a lot of this stuff is just real shit. But yeah, chat. Yeah, listen. Let's keep going. So as human beings, we tend to do that. I mean, some people do it more than others, but we second guess reasonable decisions. Like there's no decision that's not reasonable, right? And this is what people got to understand about life. Like life is like a jungle gym. This shit is open sesame. Like you didn't have to be born. Everything that's out there is nothing but free range. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but free fucking range. And the moment you stop feeling that way, not thinking that way, but feeling that way, your auric field collapses. You develop scarcity instead of abundance. Your girlfriend starts testing you. Your mom starts testing you. Um, you can't make money because you're not thinking on the frequency of where money is being printed or made, and you just feel like you're just a fucking a clam, a loser, and you just don't take risks. So how can you do anything from that state? That's a certain state. Um, you also uh, beat yourself up retroactively. So a lot of people don't understand it's possible. You beat yourself up retroactively. Like you're not going like this. I mean, some people are doing that, but you beat yourself up retroactively. You treat yourself like an employee who messed up. That's big. Aura strengthens when you stand behind your choices. You know, I said what I said. Like sometimes I'm talking to people who are questioning me. I'm like, okay, I understand, but I said what I said. That literally kills them because it's like he's a man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people forget you a man. Sometimes people forget you a man until you say that shit. Like, I said what I said. Because women will try to correct you. No, this doesn't have to be like that though. I ain't saying it gotta be like that. Look, listen. I ain't saying it gotta be like that, but I said what I said though. You know what I'm saying? So get in the habit, fellas, of saying what you said and meaning what you said, even if what you say don't gotta be right. It's not about right and wrong. It's about you and you. I said what I said. Like the whole like I was just talking to Mercy right here. I said philosophies because I came up with that name like 2 lives ago, and I'm not gonna ever change that thought until it's done. Like until that comes to be where somebody says, "All right, man, I'm gonna make the channel. I'm gonna do that." That's gonna always be how it is unless somebody says something that's better than that. And even then, I'm still probably gonna do it. That's how I became a YouTuber. That's how anything in my life that people claim manifests. No, it's somebody who had a thought, who didn't allow other thoughts to come in and change the thought. Like this video about aura, I'm not allowing myself to consider what could have been a better video. I know there's a better video. I'm not stupid. I've made many videos, so I know the possibilities. But I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm present. I'm here right now. That's how you move. That's how you have more aura. You own your decisions. And that's kind of like it seems impossible because there's so many gatekeepers of good energy. So whenever you gain some good energy for yourself, somebody will attack you. Not and again retroactively. It wouldn't really be a physical attack. Sometimes they do get close to that, but it would be more usually retroactive. It'd be somebody giving you an evil eye or somebody blurting out something that's stupid around you or somebody just trying to lower your frequency. That those things are very much consistent. So the average person will collapse within that climate. They'll be like, oh well, that must mean I shouldn't be owning my space and my energy or my thoughts or my ideas, you know, because it could give off that impression. And you know, because a kid is trained to for behavioral. If they do this, it comes with pain. If they do this, it comes with reward. So a lot of women do this. They try to train the guy. They're like, oh well, I'm not sleeping with you today. I hope you know that. It's like you're trying to like I had a chick earlier actually. She tried to train me like because she gave me her Instagram. We was on Hinge. She gave me her Instagram. And she gave me it a couple of days ago and I gave her my number right after that. I was like, just text me. And she was like, oh well, I don't really like to give strangers my number. So I was like, okay, cool, well, whatever. And she kept texting me, so I kept texting her back on Hinge, whatever. And so, but I told her I was like, you know, like we're gonna be on here. Um, I forgot what I said. I said something like, I used to live in the neighborhood you live in or close over there. I was like, you want to text me on here? So I said some shit, and she was like, she just kept like trying to stay there. So we stayed on Hinge all the way up until yesterday, and then um, what happened, bro? What happened? Something happened to where she said something. I think my first message to her yesterday was, um, "So you still want to stay on Hinge or something like that, or you still don't want to text me, LOL, some shit like that." And she was like, what she said? She was like, she said some stupid shit, like something about Instagram. So I gave her my Instagram. I ended up giving in and giving her my Instagram. And like, fuck it. Well, my Instagram looked better now that I got a couple followers on it on that month. So I was like, fuck it. Why not? And what happened was, and what happened was, she uh, she turned it down and gave me this big ass message of like, oh well, she tried to like basically correct me. Oh well, I gave you my Instagram a while ago, and you never hit me up, and then you gave me your number, and now you're coming and you're giving me your Instagram, and that she was just on some stupid shit. And again, that incidents like that are aura. They're aura like they like some women naturally like to harvest your energy and your aura away from you, and some people will probably be like, "Girl, you don't have any aura. That's why she no, fuck her." I mean it. I mean it. Because just cause like I hate guys who think just cause the woman didn't give you any pussy that she's like better than you. That doesn't mean that sometimes the universe is protecting you usually from some type of Jezebelian type of creature. And that's been very apparent for me a lot. Just like yesterday when I told you about that girl in the video, like, bro, a lot of women are not who you got think they are. And you know, if you're a non punani getting type of guy, then you can't see what I'm saying. But I'm telling you, bro, like she just wanted to like a woman that'd rather want to prove a point. Oh, I gave you my Instagram. She was just tit for tat. Like I gave you my Instagram the other day, and then you told me you wasn't, and you gave me your number instead, and now you're giving me your Instagram instead of just following my Instagram. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? I'm a 30-year-old man. You either gonna text me or get the fuck off my line. So basically, what I just texted her back, I said bye. That was what I texted her back. BYE. Bye. And you know, a woman is a very hard-headed creature at times, especially when they're black. So you know, she's not going to say anything after that. But I don't care. I don't give a fuck because like I'm texting so many other women that um, that's the gist of what I'm trying to tell you is that you could be owning your decisions, and some women will hate that about you because they're really a parasite and they want to control men and they need a bitch and you're not that, and that's the thing that's happening out here. You're not a controllable guy. If you're not a controllable guy, because Here's the thing, bro. Two people could be leaders at the same time. You know, a woman could be nowadays and usually takes on a position of um, some form of masculine energy inside of their um, thing. Like even a woman telling me off the rip, I don't usually text guys. I'd rather stay here, or I'd rather give you my Instagram, or any of that control. Like I'm telling y'all motherfuckers right now. That's why I was looking at the video yesterday and it pissed me off, because anytime a woman tries to give you her Instagram, she's a fraud, or she's perceiving you as a fraud. So now she's being a fraud. But no matter which way the magic happens, it's some magic, dark magic that's happening. And you just want to escape those type of women, man, especially in 2026, man. Those women are beneath you. They're beneath your means. They don't even deserve to even be nowhere near your castle, your direction. And that's why they act like that, because they know, they're like, okay, I don't really, either they don't respect you, like I said, that could be the first domino, or energy vampires and gold hunters. Yo, skating, I don't seen you before in here. What's good, bro? I'm just saying, man, like a lot of women are, yeah, parasite. Like they think that it's cool to like vet the guy off the rip and slow things down and text him in on the app. Anytime you do anything that is like manly, they get into this like, they try to stop it. Like it's like, what the fuck, bitch? Just because you want to be a guy, don't mean I want to be a girl. Like, do I have to be? Do we have to gender switch, motherfucker? Like, I'm not. I'm sorry. And that's why a game is something you can't even, you can't sit here and be like, do I need game or no? Trust me, it wouldn't be a thing. It wouldn't be a fucking thing if you didn't need it, because it's like bug spray. Like you gotta spray these fucking flies out of the fucking air and get to the real women that really want to be women. Like you cannot, you're gonna lose if you even tolerate that a little bit. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Even if you got four good women and you got one loser, that one loser will infest those other women. So it's just something you just gotta have a zero tolerance. You can't disrespect yourself like that. You can't. She's gonna lower your frequency. She's gonna lower the other women frequency. She's gonna do so much in so little time that you're gonna be like, damn. It's like a magic trick. It's like the um the sleight of pimping. Like she's gonna fuck your shit up fast. Instead of sleight of hand, she's sleight of pimping. Like she's gonna pimp you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Literally. So I'm just telling you, man, anytime they say, oh, you can have my Instagram, bitch, keep your shit, man. You crazy as a motherfucker. Well, I didn't want that shit. If I ain't asked for it, what the fuck are we talking about? I ain't asked for that. And not, I mean, to add insult to injury, you're not all that usually. You know, they're usually not all that. So a lot of guys, that's why my heart goes out for the guys who trying to learn, because you're just gonna get your ass whooped over and over again. It's like playing your big cousin in Mortal Kombat, and he got years of playing. You know what I'm saying? That's how women do guys. You're gonna lose. So I try to my hardest. Listen, fuck that. I've I've done it, so y'all don't have to do it. I've approached older women with wagons. I've approached, you know what I'm saying, the 21-year-olds, the 25, the hot 25-year-olds. And I've done it without even being fly. I've done it in moments where with dreads and no haircuts and all of that. And long story short, man, I'm not bitter about anything, but I have a zero tolerance. You know what I'm saying? I don't disrespect women. I just get the fuck away from them when they think that they are don't need to act like women. What's good, Facts? How you been, brother? It's been a little minute, bro. Shout out to Facts in the motherfucker. Man, I'm just venting on some certain spirits, man. Certain females carry certain Jezebel spirits. It ain't nothing new. It's if they want to control you, then you gotta have self-esteem enough to just leave her alone. I mean, listen, on this journey, you're gonna be leaving a lot of women on red. You're gonna be like ejecting yourself from many. uh text threads, and cause the average guy approaches women because he wants to fuck, and it just is what it is. I mean, but like I told you, it's a new sheriff in town in 2026, and we doing the 80-20 rule, man. 80-20. Like, I can't control online, right? If I'm on Snapchat, if I'm on Instagram, I'll DM a chick, whatever the case may be, and it'll be all about her looks, or maybe it might be something that's on her page that's interesting. Like I said, I like women that travel. You know what I'm saying? I like women that travel. I like women that's into like vegetarianism and some of the same shit I value. You know what I'm saying? So that could be the reason, but usually it's because of her looks. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, looks don't make her a good option. So, like I said, 50 to 80% of the time, not 80, but 50, definitely 50% of the time, or maybe 40, you're gonna be hitting chicks up and you're gonna be like, oh wait, hold on. Like, she ain't really on a time, and she ain't on a time. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It ain't even nothing to get mad about. It's just something to really understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't understand it, you don't understand it. Name calling usually works. Nah, hell no. Walking away actually works, and it actually matters. Um, it actually matters because usually it's like the tree falling in the a tree falling and no one can hear it type of thing. It's like people think it doesn't matter, so they think they gotta say something to the bitch, but no, you don't gotta say nothing to her. A part of it is just walking away and saying, okay, because I really don't, I don't give a fuck, but I feel like I know there's a lot of young guys out there who fall into those pitfalls every day, and then they end up chasing or running behind or trying to figure her out, and it's like, bruh, it could be way easier than that because, like I tell y'all, a chick that like you is gonna text you as soon as you text her. She texts you right back, and also, she don't have to link up with you fast. That don't mean she don't like you. That don't mean that she don't like you. She could very much so like you and have a job. And depending on how far away she lived from you, chat. Depending on how far away she lived from you, it definitely matters. Does that light look bad for y'all? Nah. Like, I'm not trying to tell y'all to sit around and wait forever for a chick to pull up or something like that. But you should be talking to so many women that you don't even remember that she's supposed to pull up. What's good, Paul? And that's where I think a lot of guys go wrong. That's why I don't give a fuck if a chick act all in control of shit. Cause I talk to so many women per day. I don't mind if you act how you act. I don't care. It does not matter. But at one point it did matter when I wasn't talking to as many chicks at the same time. So it used to bother me. Like, damn, because a chick is like a oxymoron sometimes. Like, they're conflicted creatures. So like they'll do some shit like try to control you or try to win a power struggle that shouldn't even be there in the first place. And then by you even it's like a suicide mission. It's like they don't care. A lot of these women, they're so confused. They don't even care. Like, it's like they're like I said, it's more like a suicide mission type of thing. It's like, okay, I'm talking to this guy and I'm trying to control the way things go. And this guy is telling me to text him instead of allowing us to stay on the app. So now I don't really know what to do because I'm trying to meet new guys, but either she's so used to being in control or she don't get a lot of niggas. So she don't know how to just be a woman. Um, but it'll leave you busted and disgusted if you keep focusing on stupid shit like that. So that's why it annoys me. It's so petty and it was so stupid. Um, so like I said, man, your aura collapses when you second guess reasonable decisions. Like even like I said, telling a woman to text you fast or early instead of staying on Hinge. Like your aura will actually collapse if you let a woman turn you into a second guesser. I'm not a second guesser. I'm a first responder. I'm a first actor. You're a, like my boy Pimpin' Ken said, men are actors, women are reactors. I act, you react. So if a chick is if a chick is, she wasn't even like, I'm not talking about a chick challenging me, because if a chick challenges me, we know she walking the plank. We already know that. But I'm talking about a chick that is just a knucklehead. That those women are spread it across America. Those are the women they bother my soul. Like they get in, they try to infest your heart chakra. Cause like as a man who love feminine women, they naturally bother your soul. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like there's certain women out here that's just meant to just like, I mean, if this was back in the day, they would have been in a bad place, traditionally speaking, because they would have been challenging shit that can't be challenged. And that's all they know nowadays. Like they do it like it's a religion, like it might be a part of their religion for real. So that's another topic for another day. But y'all know me, I'm a manist. So I try to give guys game that get rid of all of that shit. But so your aura collapse, the auric killer. I'm gonna read this part again. The auric killer is self-betrayal, right? And that's what these women I'm talking about try to get you to do. They literally their whole, I don't know if it's their grandmother who put this thought in their brain, their aunt, their mom, I don't know where it came from, their sister, older sister, or maybe they just dealt with so many fuck niggas that they just feel like they could get away. But I don't give a fuck what they think. Because listen, your aura is on the line, fellas. Why you think so many guys are not really genuine not dictators, but in their like authentic masculine frame? Because it's like every time they turn around, it's their mom, their aunts, this, that. Women are controlling a lot of things nowadays. And I'm not against women doing their shit, but I'm against guys not picking up on what I'm saying about their aura being fucked over, because aura collapses when you second guess reasonable decisions. Where you want to work, what type of transportation do you want to have as a man, what type of woman do you like, what town and city do you want to live in? If you go tell your mom, I want to get this type of car, I'm telling you right now, Mike, if you tell your mom, I want to get this type of car, like I don't done this before. Like when I was living down south, I got on the phone with my mom and said, Mom, I'm gonna get me a truck. I'm a truck type of guy. But why do you want to get a truck? Why don't you just get a regular car like everybody else? You know what that did to me? That made me feel like, damn, like I can't really like do my thing. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and it let me know, like, yo, stop calling her, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you'll be surprised that just that little thing right there does so much. Because a part of, like you said, your masculinity, or fuck masculinity, you're just you as a human. Like, it doesn't have to be masculine or feminine. It's just you, your aura. What happens to you? No one, we took class for math, science, English, social studies, but no one gave a fuck to teach you that you have to, it's you can't waver on even things like that, or grocery shopping. It could be grocery shopping. Like if I take my mom with me grocery shopping, she's going to try to tell me, why don't you get some of this? Why don't you do some of that? That's the little devil on your arm. Not to say that, I don't love my mom and all this crazy shit. I'm just letting y'all know that women, the way the Bible depicted it is true. As far as you just can't listen to them. And in fact, you shouldn't even have that influence there. So it's not even about not listening. It's about you being able to make decisions without any noise. Like I believe masculinity is energy, but it's uninterrupted energy. It's uninterrupted. It's uninterrupted. That's what makes it perfect. Like it's like a beautiful thing because it's uninterrupted. It's a decision with no distractions involved. Like it's pure from A to B energy. You know what I'm saying? Because you could say what you want, but if somebody's really focused and doing something, then I would say that's what masculinity is. It's perfect focus. It's uninterrupted masculinity. Like, what do you mean? What does being masculine mean? It means like what does water mean? It's water. Like water does what water is what water does. Masculinity is what masculinity does. It's not something else. There's no way to describe it. You know what I'm saying? Because when people describe femininity, usually dumbass guys say it's a woman being submissive. But then guess what? Women push back because that's not necessarily what it is, because femininity is not anything but itself. It's femininity. It's not submission necessarily. See what I'm saying? Masculinity is not overpowering people necessarily. It's not always being right necessarily. That's why women think they could talk back and tell you what's right and wrong, because they know that a dumbass guy is going to try to be right. And when you try to be right, technically you're wrong because there's no referee here. So I can just keep challenging you and you're going to keep responding. And then to a point where you become feminine. It's uninterrupted energy. That's the only description I could give it. Because if God made you a man, you already got the tools. Now, if you are in an environment that don't allow you to thrive, that's a different story. That's because it's interrupted. It's interrupted. Now, like I said, for y'all who out here approaching women, y'all will see this and y'all go out there, and a lot of women, they will prey on guys that don't have what some people call it a masculine identity, but masculine frame or masculine standard or stance or posture or whatever the case, however you want to frame it. Now, one way, in my opinion, that guys could get their masculinity back if it does go offline to a degree, is to avoid any women who think that they are your mom when they're not. Avoid any women who need therapy or are toxic or broken. Avoid women who hate men. Those are the three avoid things you avoid. If you do that for 3 months to 3 years, you'll be more masculine by nature, because this the reparation is the repairing of something that's already there. It's like your body, it regenerates itself. Like it's like if you just stop eating stupid shit, your body just gives you back what it was supposed to have in the fucking first place. So that's what it is, bro. If people want to ask what is masculinity, what does being masculine mean? It's you don't be masculine, you are masculine. You see what I'm saying? You are already a decision maker, a decisive person, or whatever. Um, to be inside of your masculinity is to be just making decisions for yourself and making and be okay with whatever outcome that leads to too as well. So, but that's the point for what I was saying. Self-abandonment is where the masculinity is not really uh and self-abandonment could get taken out of context. What's good, A Marie? How you doing? Word. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Shout out to A Marie. You famous or something? I see the check next to your name. Shout out to A Marie. I appreciate you. Nah, yeah, or aura in terms of the glow around you. The auric field, man. I'm a big creator with 210K subs. That's crazy. Shout out to A Marie. Shout out to A Marie, man. What you I'm gonna have to search you up, A Marie. Hey, yeah, we ain't done with this with this. See, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. See, hold on. A It's funny because I like that girl Anne Marie. Um, I think her name Anne Marie. Um, oh, you do gaming? You play GTA? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Hey, he said God ain't say that shit. Nah, real talk. They just be talking, bro. Just because you look good doesn't mean you have true confidence. I feel like nobody really talks about it. I'm a girl who knew what it was like to not have confidence, to building a body that I'm proud of. But it really starts from within. Spending enough time alone to know who you are and who you're trying to become, and not letting any of the outside noise or influences distract. And by unlearning bad habits like negative self-talk and drinking, and overall self-neglect, you'll then start creating a new identity in your new habits. You'll start caring more about what you put in your body, how you show up, and who you're surrounding yourself. You'll start sticking to a routine because you understand how important it is to keep promises to yourself. So of course, work out, go to the gym. But true confidence is the work that you do within when no one's watching. All right, so let me see real quick, y'all. before we before we like get off topic and go into like, because I like to watch people videos at the end of my videos for some reason. I don't know. That shit is just a habit at this point. But let's get back to this real quick. The real auric killer, self betrayal. Aura collapses when you second guess reasonable decisions. Beat yourself up retroactively, and um, you treat yourself like an employee who messed up. Aura strengthens when you Aura strengthens when you stand behind your choices, adjust forward without shame. Adjust forward without shame. I love that term, adjust forward. Adjust forward. That's literally what I did when I texted Shorty back and said bye. I'm like, all right, texting me some big messages trying to tell me this long message to try to shame me because I didn't just follow her lead or whatever, or just abide by her rules or whatever. So I was like, bye. Right. So I adjust forward without shame. Right. Because a lot of women, that's another thing. A lot of women, they live on shame island. They love shaming you. Oh, you told me this and now you're like, shut up. Like, nobody cares. This kind of the truth is only for the ones searching. Explain. What are you talking about? And then last but not least, what aura strengthens when you say internally, not perfect, but aligned. Like I know when I'm aligned, and that's one thing nobody can tell me on earth. That's the biggest key in this video. Nobody cannot tell me, oh, you're not aligned with who you are. Listen, you can say it. You can say anything. But I'm telling you, what you know about aura, what you know about it. Tell me something that I don't know. and so here's the thing, fellas. Women feel that as leadership. Women feel that as leadership. But here's the crazy part. If you come from like a certain territory, certain women got certain attitudes, like we all see. Trust me, I'm not telling y'all don't go to no Walmarts no more. Don't go to no places and approach women. I'm saying do it, but know what I'm telling y'all about what I'm telling y'all while doing it. So you don't waste your time when a chick tells you, oh, take my Instagram. And to be honest, a lot of these women will mess with you. They will give you a chance. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just in my life, you know, my logistics were so bad last year that a lot of time I wouldn't even be able to really what you can call it, pull up or had them pull up in certain situations, which was crazy. But you know, it's life. It's life. Um, so I say that to say women feel that as leadership. Women feel as if when you stand behind your choices, when you adjust forward without shame, and when you say internally, not perfect but aligned. I know even with my YouTube channel, every time I go live, this is not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nothing I'm doing is perfect. But I know one day I'm gonna look back at it and I'll be like, yo, this shit kind of, you know what I'm saying? This channel, you know what I'm saying, came a long way. So like at the end of the day, and I already do that now, so I know I'm gonna do it months from now. So a lot of guys be trying to ask themselves, what can I do to make her smile? What can I do to do this? Bro, you can't do nothing if she ain't accepting the little things already. Like when she first see you and you say little shit, if she ain't already giving you that energy or trying to be on your program, then you can't do nothing. A clean internal script. Use this. When that thought hits, replace it with, that was a maintenance expense, not a mistake. I'll tighten later. Right now, I'm regulated. Say it once, no arguing, no spiraling. That single sentence keep your field intact. Dating truth. This one's grounding. Women are drawn to men who feel resourced internally, men who don't punish themselves, right? And men who are hold on, my bad. Men who are calm during constraints. Scarcity handled well is attractive. Scarcity fought internally equals repellent. You don't need more money for aura. You need less inner prosecution, not but prosecution. Um, hold on, y'all. How can I be better at reading women's aura and drop a one if y'all still in the chat, man. We've been live for 2 hours and 30 minutes, man. All in all, this was a beautiful video, man. The light kind of shining a little bit too. The sun is good for us though, but I'll close that a little bit. I'm a big creator too with 990 subs. Hey, subscribe to my channel, man. I'm a lifestyle and dating coach, bro. We talk about aura right now. Aura. What does surrogate mean? So we're gonna talk about reading a woman's aura and protecting your own at the same time. Most guys only obsess over one side and get lopsided. So let's ground this so it's practical, not mythical stuff. First, what is aura actually is wait, hold on. First, what aura is wait, hold on. First, what aura actually is no woo. In social science terms, aura equals signals of nervous system state. You're reading emotional regulation, safety versus threat, openness versus guarding, self trust versus self monitoring. Women are usually better at reading this than men. So your edge comes from training attention, not tricks, right? Training attention. You want to train your attention. Part one, how to read a woman's aura accurately. Number one, watch her baseline. I don't know why it says watch her baseline arrow change. Don't read her off one moment. Read the delta. Ask yourself, is she more? Wait, I'm just thinking in my mind. I'm like, I'm about to start aura maxing. I'm about to start aura maxing, bro. That's my shit. Anyone who try to take that shit, it came from me. that's what this series about. I'm about to start calling this series aura maxing. Is she more relaxed now than 2 minutes ago? So you want to ask yourself this: is she more relaxed now than 2 minutes ago? Is her voice slower or faster? Is she taking up more space or less? Attraction equals expansion. Disinterest equals contraction. If she's expanding after you speak, that equals a green light. Number two, look at the micro yeses, not the big ones. I think this is key right here. Most guys wait for obvious signs and miss the real data. Micro yeses. She doesn't rush to fill silence. She mirrors your pace. She stays facing you even when she could turn away. She adds emotional color. She might say, that was wild, or that's actually funny. Those are auric permissions. Number three, feel her. Don't analyze her. This is big. If you're thinking, is she into me? You're already out of your body. Instead, ask, how does my chest feel around her? Pause. Open, grounded equals she feels safe. Tight / jittery equals something's off. Hers or yours. It could be either one. Either way, this is important to take note of. I think a lot of guys don't realize that it's so important. But women always doing it to themselves. They're like, oh, how do I feel in my own body around this guy? But it's like, guys, we got to do that too. Cause like I'm big on energy too. Like, so like if sometimes you might think you're nervous, but you're not nervous. Her energy just some bullshit. She could be bad and her energy could be bullshit. Or she could just be trying to use you. Your body reads aura faster than your brain. Number four, notice incongruence. Strong signal of misalignment. smiling but feet angled away, laughing but shallow breathing, engaging verbally but no warmth. This is what a lot of women do. They'll engage verbally with no warmth. That's exactly what the girl was doing in that Walmart video that I was reacting to yesterday. She was engaging verbally with no warmth. That's a trigger for me. I stay away from that shit. When I talk to women, when I text women, every chick I'm texting right now, when they respond like they want to be there. Zero tolerance for that engaging verbally with no warmth shit. That's not a push harder moment. That's a slow down and stabilize moment. Part 2, how to strengthen your aura. This is the real game. Number 1, regulation beats confidence. Women don't feel confidence, they feel regulated masculinity. Train slower speech, fewer words, pauses without filling them. If you can sit in silence without anxiety, your aura automatically thickens. Drop a one if y'all still in the chat, man. Drop a one if y'all still. I like engagement, man. There's 6 people in here. And drop a 2 if I'm saying some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to start Aura Maxing, man. Aura Maxing all 2026. Shout out to Love Family. So you saying you in the chat. Okay. Simon said 1 in the chat. Shout out to Simon, my bad. So are y'all feeling what I'm saying? Am I saying, well, you dropped a 1. I don't know. I said drop a 2 if I'm saying some bullshit, but I know I ain't saying no bullshit. Number 2, self-trust over outcome hunger, right? But we all struggle with these things. Your aura is something that you can't really, you understand? Love Family, your aura is something that goes unnoticed and unchecked usually for yourself. A real player is going to check their aura before they leave the crib. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Nothing weakens aura faster than wanting something from her. And that's what I'm saying. If you guys are cold approaching women, even if your energy is better than the next man's while you're doing it, you're still going to hit a brick wall for this reason and this reason alone. Nothing weakens aura faster. Because even say you get the girl number, right? Say she texts you. Say she goes out with you. On the date or on the link up, she's going to be like, okay. Or say even if you hit it, it's going to fizzle out. Because, I don't know, indirect game is more powerful. But hold on. Nothing weakens aura faster than wanting something from her. Before engaging, mentally say, I'm here to express, not extract. The moment you need validation, your field collapses. And this whole world is built around validation. So you got to be a different type of, like, again, you got to basically aura max. You got to train your shit to where you don't even think about that type of shit. And I know it's possible because, trust me, I don't been on both sides of this field. I don't been times in my life not even able to think about or consider what someone else thought about me. And then other times I couldn't stop thinking like, damn, how am I being perceived in this situation, that situation? So I know that this is facts. Number 3, clean your internal dialogue. Your aura leaks through self-talk. If your inner voice is judging her, oh, she's a crazy bitch, man. Da, 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 da. Judging yourself, man. I don't know if I'm her type. I don't know if I'm good enough, man. She look like she only date jocks on the basketball team. Planning 3 moves ahead, right? It's nothing wrong with knowing what you're going to do in like experiential wise. Like, I've been here before, so I know I'm going to hold the door at this point. I know I'm going to give her a hug. But if you're planning like 3 steps ahead, it can stop you from being like grounded now, if that makes any sense. So aura is when you're present now. It's in now. It's in right now. But when you're thinking 3 steps down the line, which is chess, it can kind of, I'm not saying that you, again, I'm not saying you shouldn't ever be able to use your logic, but it's like you got to be able to. This is why I came up with the term "stay grounded," because think about a tree. A tree is the perfect analogy, right? A tree don't play chess, right? Trees don't play chess. So even though chess is a good like analogy for like how can I say, what's good, bro? What's good, Ralph? Chess is a good analogy for like social dynamics. But when it comes to like actual attraction, like she really like the things that make women really want to like do crazy shit with you or get on their knee, do crazy. It's the stuff you can't. It's usually the stuff you can't control. Like a lot of guys try to trick. They like, oh, I'm gonna get a new haircut, or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like those things, like looks maxing, that's that, like all of that type of shit. Like those things ain't gonna necessarily make her stay. They're not gonna necessarily like they're like interchangeable. But like if you use like the tree is a perfect analogy because it's grounded. So that's why I always tell people stay grounded. So even if you're doing a bunch of bullshit, if you remind yourself to stay grounded or rooted, I know that helps me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because in life, you could get too brainiac with shit. You could get too up in your head. It's quite inevitable that happens because like, say like I was to get on a train today and go to like a different state. Like I don't know anything over here, so it's natural that I'm going to be like using my logical brain power to figure things out. But when you're dealing with women, you don't really need to always be trying to figure things out. And I think that's kind of like the thing that messes your aura up. It's like yes and no. Like that's what's so crazy. It's yes and no. It's like you want to use your logic to kind of like make the conversation. Like you want to know how to guide, lead, and keep the car. That's why I created the conversational car, because it has all the elements to keep the conversation going and keep leading the conversation. But you got to have both. You got to have aura, which is kind of separate, but it's kind of all one. Because if you're like, it's I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know how to explain that shit. It's like yin and yin. You just need both. You need aura and mouthpiece, not just mouthpiece. So anyway, she feels tension if it's all just mouthpiece. Practice one sensation: breath, feet, chest. One intention, presence. That's it. So if you make your intention to have better presence around women, that's like a beautiful like goal. But that's also why I do like the pickup artist stuff. As far as I'd rather run gambits, because it's like that gives laughter. Like I tell you on the conversational car, it's important that I try to be as comedic as possible in my conversations with women. My opener might be funny. After I open up the conversation, I'm trying to say something funny. I'm thinking of something funny because that's gonna bring the frequency up. Good things happen when the frequency goes up. Nobody's stuck in their head. She's laughing. We're having a good time, and I'm not trying to dance like a monkey or anything, but I know I feel better when I lighten the mood. Whenever I lighten the mood, I feel better. So I operate better from that frequency. But it's an oxymoron because in the same breath I'm saying don't try to please. I mean, don't try to extract anything from her. So you're telling a joke to give her a laugh. You're giving. You're giving. You know when women say he's just not giving. Yeah, I'm making you laugh. I'm giving you that. But you say, even for example, you're in the back of your mind, you're like, yeah, I'm giving you that so I can get some pussy. I still don't even think that's necessarily a horrible thing, but I do think that that's where guys go wrong. Even though I'm saying two things at once, I think because I'd rather a guy go out there and do that like it's nothing wrong with that. If you're like, yeah, like I want something in exchange for my value, I'm making you laugh. It's not that you're telling her to give it to you. You're just like an asshole enough to be like, yeah, I know I'm gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? That type of attitude. That's cool. I make a lot of women laugh. That's just me. You know, that type of attitude. That's cool. And people who are watching you do this, say you're at a club downtown, they're gonna be like, that motherfucker got aura. A nigga who making you laugh has aura. Women love to laugh. They don't like a non-fun guy. Exactly. And not only that, like again, I like to laugh. I've grown a greater appreciation for it as I've hit 30 years old. I've been that way in my early childhood life and all the way up to probably like high school. And then like halfway through high school, I was too like close to the street shit, in my opinion, to where I wasn't really laughing as much. I would still laugh, of course, but it was like that was getting sucked out of me slowly but surely. Like the part of me that felt like laughing was the priority. You know what I'm saying? But hey, even then though, like I've been around people that was just funny all my life. Like it's just laughter is always, you're always one step away from something funny. You just gotta think about it. Like anything could be made funny. Um and women, I found that people, the humans, especially women, we don't always laugh at the literal joke. We laugh at the intention of the joke. Like right now, like this is a water bottle. Um like I don't like, women don't only laugh at the joke, they laugh at the like if they know you're trying to make them laugh, they'll laugh at that. Like if they know that you're like, you see what I'm saying? Like they prime themselves to laugh at a guy that's trying to make them laugh. Like which is like when I watch comedians, it's funny because like I attract to the comedians the most that put awkward pauses in between after they say something. So they'll say something like, I'll give you an example. How give me some um jokes that could be about an empty water bottle that I have in my kitchen. Like, there's the type of comedians I like. Um, Dry, self-aware, slightly insecure, very conversational. Um, these are meant to be tossed out casually, like you just noticed the bottle mid thought. Mid thought. You understand? Mid thought. This is perfect for the type of game that, again, because I'm very indirect these days. I could give a fuck about approaching a bitch. Um, so this is called low key observational. So the first one says, this water bottle's empty, which is also how motivated I was to refill it. Now, I mean, you get how that could be, the twist on that is just naturally funny. You say that to a woman that's over your crib. This water bottle is empty, which is also how motivated I was to refill it. That is golden. That is golden because it's stupid. I feel like those things, it's stupid, but it makes sense. And that's what you need. You need those, oh shit. You need those type of giggles in your interactions with women. The next one says, I keep this empty water bottle around to remind myself who I used to be. Hydrated. Wait, I don't understand that one. Hydrated. The next one says, this bottle's not empty. It's just emotionally unavailable. Hey, this is the type of comedic this is the type of commentary that fits into my conversation game. And imagine, not only I'm talking about, I'm just using the water bottle as an example, but imagine I turn this and take this type of, a woman will see you talking like this and still get horny. But imagine you take that humor and you put it on, you slap it on her and you tease her. You know what I'm saying? You tease her now. The next one says, I like how this water bottle just sitting there. Like you had one job. Self-deprecating, relatable. I drank all the water and immediately lost interest in the bottle. I don't understand that one. I don't throw it away because I like having goals. Wait, hold on. I don't understand that shit either. This water bottle and I are in it, the same phase of life, showing up with nothing inside. Well, yeah, that's pretty self-deprecating for sure. I'm not big on self-deprecating when talking to women, but it can be a tool. It can be a tool. I mean, to me, that's like going into like dancing monkey territory, clown territory, but it can be a weapon for sure. I keep thinking it'll refill itself. I think that's depression. The next one is slightly awkward conversation. I always leave my water bottle empty so I don't feel pressure. This bottle's this bottle's empty, but I still respect it more than most people. See what I'm saying? Shit like that. It could be stupid, but it's just conversational. And this is to get a chuckle out of her. Now, granted, I'm using a water bottle. Give me some fucking grace. I'm using a water bottle. And these are not my organic jokes either. These are Chat GPT derived jokes. Imagine I'm putting my own creativity on the joke. It's gonna hit her in the gut. It's genuinely gonna make her laugh. Cause I'm already naturally able to, I'm very creative and I'm very witty. Uh, and then this also helps with your creative juices because you could tell her she's shaped like a water bottle. Like, this water bottle kind of shaped like your body too. Like, have you been hitting the gym? Da, 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 da. It's a gateway drug. Like laughter is a gateway drug, and it helps with social momentum. Um, did anyone ever tell you you were shaped like a water bottle? It gives plausible deniability. Um, says that bottle's empty, which is also my plan for tonight. You know, like that'll have a chick dying, bro. I'm telling you. I mean, it's just so many ways to spin jokes. And the jokes is funny to me. And that's why another thing. Pickup artists teach guys to self amuse themselves. You got to be like talking to women has to be fun. It has to be. It just has to be like make it fun because you want to learn how to do more of it. But if it's not fun, or if it feels like you just want to fuck and that's it, then she's gonna make it hard for you because she's not turned on. So now it's just like a whole nother issue. Um, but yeah, man, I get the point of that. I'm not gonna go like I'm some fucking comedian or some shit. But let me see. I think I've read all this already, but I'm not sure. It says number four, owning your constraints. This matters because of what you asked earlier. A man who says internally, this is my situation and I'm moving clean within it, feels solid. A man who hides or resents his reality feels fragmented. Ownership equals or armor. So again, even the deprecating jokes can help with this. Like humor is a beautiful tool. Like a lot of people don't realize that humor is such a medicine. It's like to me the only thing besides eating fruit that is like insanely positive for your life is actually like to me like fruitful situations, a fruitful thing. So, but self-deprecating jokes could help with this as far as say you do live with your mom, say you don't have a car, say you don't have a watch. You know, like those things don't take away aura. You take away your aura. It gives you ownership over your situation. Uh, anything you're ashamed about, you know, find ways to joke about. Find ways, even if you just say it in your head or say it to yourself, and you just find something funny about it. I mean, that makes you creative, and to be creative is to be a god, and you know, versus to be on the reactive end of those things. Part three: how reading plus projecting connect. Here's the paradox: the better your aura, the less you need to read hers. When your field is calm and grounded, women self disclose faster. Signals get clearer. You stop guessing. You don't chase energy, energy reveals itself. I've seen this in my life for sure, across the board with all different types of people too. A simple drill: do this daily. The 3 minute calibration drill. Stand or sit. Number two, feel your feet and breath. Number three, slow exhale. Number four, ask, am I pushing or allowing? That's big. It's the difference between direct and expansion. I'm not even gonna call it indirect game no more. I'm gonna call it expansion game. I'm not really indirect because I'm still gonna let you know I'm trying to fuck with you. So it's more like expanding. It's like a breathing game. It's breathing, evolving. It's exercising itself. It's all it's just encompassing your shit. It's like an octopus or some shit. An octopus is not direct or indirect. It's just an octopus. Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, squid or some shit. Squid games. Uh, number five, adjust towards allowing. Adjust towards allowing. So that's a 3 minute calibration drill. It says do this before dates, texts, or going out. Final truth: no sugar. Game isn't tricks. It's who's more regulated in uncertainty. Women are drawn to the man whose nervous system says, "I'm good whether this works or not." That's aura. I gotta post a video too. I got that I recorded yesterday explaining all of this too. I'm about to post that after I hop off here. Um, it's very important to think this thought though. I'm good whether this works or not. I mean, people do that unconsciously, but to consciously do that will give you so much aura. But yeah, outside of that, man, we're pretty much done for the day. Talking about aura, we're gonna aura max tomorrow as well. Expansion game aura max, and like I said, man, this has been great. We're literally at 3 hours. We don't need to do a big fancy, um, a big fancy vlog today, live stream today. Um, It says still working on the sequel, Water. That's my emotional support bottle. Big hydration guy. Formerly. You say formerly. You know, those are like ultra dry taglines. You drop and move on. And you gotta tell jokes because you want somebody to tell you you're whack so you can flame their ass. Like that's another reason why you want to be okay with being whack, because being whack is a part of the process. I think a lot of people don't realize that. That's important. I mean, think about it. Instead of focusing on, when you talk to women, being perfect, which is a fucking tightrope that you will not walk over, you should just focus on humor and saying things that drive stimulation. Stimulative talk. If you just focus on that, it's more of a flat field that you can really walk on. You can walk on that surface, but you can't walk on, what does she think about me? Am I her type? Uh, I don't want to lose her, or is it even possible to lose her? You know what I'm saying? Like that's more of a, like, you want to challenge those thoughts and accept these thoughts, and that's how you get more women ultimately, because they're really reacting to the scarcity versus abundance. That's literally what's so funny. That's why if one thing could describe why looks don't matter, that would be what it is. I ain't gonna hold you. That's the only thing that's beating looks, though. I'm not gonna lie. Because if two men both are living in abundance, that guy that look better will fuck that bitch regardless. But hold on, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Shout out to y'all in the chat, man. Drop a one if you're still in the chat. Let me see. Love and family, where you from? One more scavenger. I'll do a poll real quick.
I see myself right now.
Got the skin too. Hell yeah.
I was crazy.
Is that me? Is that me right there with the red and black hair? Nah, that Darius.
Before we start, I heard you had like running down the street grabbing grass and tree branches and.
Oh God, what's with the grass?
Let's chill out with that now. Let's have a good little night. Come on now, let's have a good.
It's 2:30. I'm not.
Sit down. Find a chair.
Spoons in there.
Okay, did Jake just come? Oh, he good? Okay, never mind. Okay, we let it slide. All right, cool. That good in the trench? Okay. The what? Oh, that count though. That good.
Just like this, twin.
I'm 19. Damn. I like YN. BJ.
What the fuck am I watching right now? Watching some bullshit, man.
But this is another example on how the approach approach was smooth. So in this one, I seen this little Spanish chick. I used the skincare method. So we was kind of in a beauty section. So I went up to her and I basically asked her like, hey, do you have any skincare suggestions? But long story short, I was using my environment and it came off as natural. He's looking for some face care shit. Let me help him. And then once she helped me, in between helping me and shit, I was flirty. I'm helping him, but he's low-key cute and he's flirting with me. So let's see how this goes. Like, that's how you want her to think.
You know anything about face care? I'm trying to get my face right.
Your face?
Yeah, you look like somebody that knows. You can take me over there? I'm not too good with that rest. Yeah, let's hang out for a little bit.
Is that so? And smiles and looks me right in my eyes. And I'm like, okay, yes, sir. I'm in there.
This is the guy from yesterday that I was watching his videos. His name is Tay Activist. And he's going indirect. He's taking an indirect approach. This is ultra indirect. But indirect is indirect. But what I'm saying is I don't know about asking a woman about face cream and shit like that. I wouldn't go to Target and go to the face cream area of the store and be like, oh, I'm looking for face cream. But if that's what gets you in the door, then that's what gets you in the door. But let's see. What do y'all think?
Suggestions. But long story short, I was using my environment and it came off as natural. He's looking for some face care shit. Let me help him. And then once she helped me, in between helping me and shit, I was flirty. I'm helping him, but he's low-key cute and he's flirting with me. So let's see how this goes. Like, that's how you want her to think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like somebody that knows. You can take me over there? I'm not too good with that rest. Yeah, let's hang out for a little bit.
Is that so? And smiles and looks me right in my eyes. And I'm like, okay, yes, sir. I'm in there. I'm in my bag. Now it kind of gets the gist of, okay, he's trying to be smooth. Even when he's saying little slick shit, beyond the question, it's like, this nigga trying to flirt.
Okay, what's the recommended? That's the real question. Something that's gonna clear me up. I'm trying to get cleared up.
Good, man.
I'm trying to get cleared up, man. What's your preferred? Oh, lotion? What we talking? Cocoa butter?
I was so smooth with it. The dude right there tipped his head like, that's good, my brother, that's good. And then I asked her, what's the preferred? I turned it from flirting to flow. So you got to make sure you can flow. You don't want to over flirt and you don't want to flow too much to where you're coming off as friendly.
So what's your name, man? I appreciate you.
I got her picking out lotion for me. A bitch I just met, nigga. She's already acting like my main bitch. Hey, baby, does this one look good? What you think about this one, baby? Like, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? This is on video. Y'all guys are seeing it.
You from Mexico? No. Oh, my bad. I'm from Africa. No, my name TJ. You from out here? Are you from Fresno? Yeah. Oh, you cap. Get your cap at. Man, that's what's up. Shit, not too much. I'm trying to figure out though. I ain't trying to hold you up too long. Shit. Anyway, we can keep in contact.
Yeah, keep my IG.
Let's just sneak that in real quick.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Trying to pull up?
Yeah, for sure. Text me. I saved my number.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What's my name?
Yeah. Or you can call me Yaya.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
You said TJ.
TJ, yeah.
TJ. I'll save it as that.
All right.
TJ.
Yeah, nigga, we ain't doing no IGs, nigga. Not with all that flirting, that eye contact you was doing with me. Y'all see what I did, you know what I'm saying? She like, you can get my IG. I'm like, let's just sneak that in. Bro, mama, like, y'all gotta try little shit like that. Like, a girl can say something, but her behavior is showing something else. That's what happened in that clip. How she was like, oh, I'll give you my IG. Nigga, your whole behavior damn near acting like my girl. Like, why I'm finna get your Instagram for it? Nigga, I'm getting your number. So I'm like, okay. Let me just sneak that in. Another little flirty, little top tier approach though. That was good. That was good.
I mean, it's indirect. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. That's crazy because I was just finna talk to you. So keep caught my attention. What's your name? Oh, okay. That's beautiful. I fuck with that.
What's your name?
Thanks. I go by TJ.
TJ. Nice to meet you.
You from out here?
Well, I live here, but
Where you from originally? Ever fuck with a West Coast nigga?
yes, I have.
This ain't nothing like it. What you is a
How old
nurse?
are you?
How old are you? That's the real question.
I am like in my 30s.
Like what, 31? It don't even matter. I've been there, done that.
See, I'm picking up on something as I watch his interactions. Like his humor, he not really leading with humor. I'm gonna like the video. He not leading with humor. Like I'm asking myself, what would I do differently? She's laughing, but she's not laughing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a difference between like a chick laughing from nervousness and laughing from like just you being like able to like move her that way. She seems like she's somewhat interested though. But women be interested for different reasons. Like she could think like how the way he looked. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I go by TJ.
TJ, nice to meet you.
You from here?
Well, I live here, but I'm not.
Where you from originally? Ever fuck with a West Coast nigga?
Yes, I have.
This ain't nothing like it. What you is a
How
nurse?
old are you?
How old are you? That's the real question.
I am like in my 30s.
Like what, 31? It don't even matter. I've been there, done that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, go ahead and put this in. I ain't trying to waste your time.
You're literally like a baby though. It's about life experience.
Oh yeah. Maybe we could catch up sometime and talk about that.
Maybe.
All right. Yeah. Have a good one.
Nah, she not fucking with you.
Look at Eminem over there. What's up, man? Who you here with? That's your wife? What's her name? Leah. Hey, what, wife, you black? Where y'all meet at the military? I knew it. I was smarter than I Y'all still in the military? No. What you do for a living now? You a police? What's your favorite part about being a police, though, for real? Like your favorite part? It's fun chasing people.
Listen, you know he racist. I ain't gonna lie.
I hope one of these niggas loot your
Yeah.
I hope you chase a nigga one day and a nigga stop and be like, what the fuck you want to do? And you gonna come in here with that coat on. I know you fucking lie. This coat look like a bathroom closet. You niggas gonna stop shopping on Temu. I'm looking at it right now. What you do for a living? What you do for a living? Okay, okay. You might as well go get up out of here, guys. You might as well get the fuck out of here. They got the drop on your head. You go to jail with that jacket on, you already gonna be trashed. What's up, son? How you doing, man? Nah, you got muscles and shit. What you do for a living? You a barber? Man, why you ain't hit a nigga up, man? I just met you today, nigga. You been doing a while, bro. Talking about why I ain't hit him up. Nigga, I didn't know you was a barber. You look too strong to be cutting hair. Nigga just be on the nigga here. That's all like. You 6'3"? Stand up, man. Yeah, I bet you won't chase that nigga. Good night, nigga, bitch. Look at Eminem over there. Now.
He talking about y'all can take my sense, bro. Like, that's a realistic thing.
And y'all can take my sins too. I ain't even tripping, bro, because I ain't gatekeeping none of that.
Bro, your sense is gate kept by the price. Well, actually, it's not. Because I have some dupes for all of the fragrances that Paul Miller just showed us, in case you want to take a sense. So the first one he showed was Sad Mood by Maison Francis. A good dupe for that is, don't laugh, Barakat Sad Oud. 90-95% identical. It projects the same, smells the same DNA. Like, I'm shocked at how close it is. The next one, for red tobacco, check out Pandora Sense Tobacco Rouge. Smells just like red tobacco. Not as strong, but it smells just like tobacco. It's still strong, though. The last one, which is my favorite one, actually, as you can tell, I use it so much, Due to Oud Maracuja, Oud Madness by Fragrance World. This one right here, this is the one. I wear this solo. All of these fragrances individually are nuclear. Not together is dangerous. It's dangerous for the people around you. Like they fill up a room, they're big room fillers. The Oud is a 7 out of 10 fragrance that has a strong projection. Get you more compliments than a 10 out of 10 fragrance that's only a skin scent. Detection beats perfection, if that makes sense. If 100 people smell your fragrance, you're gonna get 5 compliments. If 5 people smell your fragrance, you're gonna get 1 compliment. Not because that fragrance is just so much better, it's just because they detected it. They were able to smell it. If your fragrance doesn't reach another person's nose, it's basically useless, right? So here are some fragrances that project well and have good sillage. First one we're gonna start off with is Oud Madness by Fragrance World. It smells like drinking a glass of wine while wearing a leather jacket. Passion fruit, leather, oud, and rose in the background. Mythic for him. Think spicy, think pepper, hazelnut, and rum. It's like an oriental woody fragrance. It's Celerio Epic du Monde. It's like sitting in front of a fire, right? Drinking on some cognac, but also having...
Man, I got a couple colognes, man, but I'm not really. I don't think I really need any right now.
In each example, I have different pickup lines. What you'll notice is the confidence, the energy, and the approach. You think you can help me find the rest of my snacks so we can have a movie night? I'm almost complete. I'm basically telling her, like,
I've seen this before.
like, hey, help me find these snacks so I can invite you over for a movie night.
So the cool thing about this approach, he was already shopping, which showed a woman you got money, which is technically, I ain't gonna say tricking, but it's like, you can't help it if you got money, but like I'm trying to say, like I'd rather approach a chick without the shopping cart with the stuff in it. You know what I'm saying?
Automatically made her laugh, and that's a good sign. When you approach, if you see her laughing or smiling and looking at you in the first few seconds, in the first like 10 seconds, you're low key in there. I mean, you can add a little one
Low key.
Plate. So right there, she already telling me she's down. She's like, okay, bet. What are you looking for? Hang out for a little bit. Shoot, I'm like down the street. Yeah. What's your name, though, baby?
You know, come to the movie night. What I don't know what I'll say right there. You come to the movie night so we can make a movie too after. Or I don't know. Like, listen, the thing about game is it's free range. It's really no like. I think when you put restrictions on what you can and can't say, you already lost.
Oh, like the bird. Okay. My name's Tay. Tay? Yeah, but I go by TJ though. How old do I look? 22. Somewhere around there. How old are you though? That's the real question. No, how old I look? Shit, you look like a buck 20. 20? Yeah. Really? Yeah. I want to say 23. Been there, done that. 23. So right now it's just flow, getting to know each other.
I like the been there, done that line a little bit. I give it like a 5, 4 on a scale. Been there, done that. That's cool. It's a little challenging. I like a little challenge with it.
Once we flow for a little bit, y'all start to see we're finna start flirting again. You hungry? I really just ate some Chick-fil-A, but eat again. Oh my mama. Eye contact builds tension. It builds flirting. It builds that intimacy. She looks me dead in my eyes, and she looks straight at and then looks back at my eyes like, I want to eat your, like, that's what she wants to eat. Believe it or not, there's girls that y'all will run into that will be on this type of time with you. And it might blow your mind like, what the fuck? She's that easy. But you got to think, too, if you're the right guy, she's going to be going like this. That's a great sign that you're her type, and you need to really lock in because, nigga, you're going to get what you're looking for. How far you stay from me? Like 7 minutes. Okay, shit. I'll be off the drink, though. Yeah, look here and there. She's clearly on my body. She's making excuses to want to hang out. And that's what you're looking for. Let's say if you ask her, are you free on Friday to link? You want to hear her out and see if she's either making excuses to want to link or she's making excuses why she can't link. I'm not available on this day. I work this day. I got homework. Stop talking to her. Walk away. Like, she a waste of time, bro. But if she's giving you excuses on why she does want to, nigga, go with the move. Shit, look, wash your clothes and then shit, I'll come scoop you. What's up? You need to turn on? Are you gonna drive? You gonna come get me?
If I'm gonna come get you, no, I'm gonna drive and come see you. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Talk is cheap though. I'm trying to see what this car wants.
We don't see what you want.
I'm gonna see what you want. Biting her lip, like the energy was so good. If I whipped my out, she would have probably sucked it. Like I'm just keeping it. Like a real nigga shit though. Like that's the type of energy you want.
I get a hug before I go.
So good.
You fuck with it?
W clip, that last little part, that was a.
Shoot. I ain't gonna lie, you caught my attention. What's your name? You from Dallas? Oh, okay. How old are you? You look like a little girl.
I look like a little girl.
Yeah. Are you 40?
You look like a little girl.
How do I look? Take a good guess.
Early 20s.
Something like that.
No, they're
24. Hey, ain't nothing I ain't never experienced before. Been there, done that. No, for real. TJ, nice to meet you. Can you put this on real quick? Boy. You don't got a little Facebook or something? I can maybe send you some memes or something? You might have to put it in my notes. I gotta re-download Facebook. All right, Miss Kiki, I'll be shooting you a text very soon, all right? Look out for me.
I actually don't know how many. Here's how I got my content.
If you're a man, I want you to go and look in the mirror and ask yourself this question. Would you let your daughter date a man?
Hell no. Hold on, let me see.
A fire, right? He talking about y'all can take my sip.
You think you're fine after a car accident until this happens. Most people don't realize that even accident.
How to create tension with women. See, the nice guy or the guy that's not confident, he has two main behaviors I want to discuss in this video that prevent him from creating and building tension. And so really what ends up happening is you release the tension. And every time that you release the tension, or more importantly, every time you fail to build the tension when there's an opportunity with women, you are essentially shying away and losing potential attraction that could have been created, sexual attraction that could have been created in the interaction. And so I was the guy that did both of these things consistently in my interactions because I didn't know any better. And as a result of that, I was not really creating tension with women, sexual tension. Once I learned these two concepts and I stopped shying away from these things, I started seeing my interactions as opportunities to build tension. Over the course of years, I went from failing to create tension, shying away from it, being categorized as a nice guy, to actually landing.
That's possibly one of the biggest reasons why y'all guys, there's nobody in here, but y'all gonna see this. Gotta start approaching and talking to women, or at least getting to situations where you're texting women, because you can't even see the opportunities he's talking about to even take the chance. Like, you can't even, unless you talk to women, those opportunities are not even there. Like, the more you talk to women, the more those opportunities become on the table, and then you could actually say shit that give you opportunity to build sexual tension.
Day in the life as a 24-year-old who really just be doing shit. Woke up, hit the great stair, and it was time to get ready for the day. Brushed my teeth, brushed my hair down a little bit before it was time to...
My husband used to ejaculate prematurely until this.
My hubby is ejaculating so fast, and he gets so anxious about it. It's
to actually landing dates and having success with this. Now, it took me a really long time. I made a big transformation with it, and eventually I started coaching men with this in my late 20s. I'm 35 years old now, and I've coached over 1,000 plus men. So this isn't just concepts that I've gone through myself, but this has been field tested, and I want to explain this to you so you can make a big transformation in your life right now with the women you're talking to. If you've been watching YouTube content and your dating life and your social life isn't changing and you're fed up and you want to fast track results with this, check out the link down below. Let's talk about this though. How do you build the tension? But more importantly, how do we stop releasing the tension and missing the potential of creating high levels of attraction? The nice guy, he releases the tension in two different ways. And I've been both guys, okay? Let's talk about the first one, which is, I have a distinct memory. This was like maybe 8 or 9 years ago. I don't know exactly when it was, but it was at a point where I was already starting to go out more, and I was starting to interact with women or game a lot during nighttime environments. I still had really low levels of confidence around this stuff, but I knew I wanted to get better, and my friends rented out these shore houses down the summer houses down the shore, whatever you want to call them, where there would be these big parties, these Jersey Shore, parties that some of you guys maybe even have seen on TV from the TV show,
That's
even
crazy.
though it wasn't quite that. But there was a lot of opportunity. There was 10 of us living in a house for the whole summer. We would invite women over. We'd go out to the nighttime environments. We'd bring women back. I wasn't bringing many women back, but there was a lot of women around me because of some of my friends, thankfully. And so I had a lot of opportunity to practice, right? And so what was happening, at some point I noticed that I was conversating more with these women. I was also getting drunk because I didn't have any confidence at all. So I needed to numb my subconscious to get my anxiety levels down enough to even be able to try to do some of this stuff. And I would have some women that were interested in me. Now, what I knew was happening initially was the moment that the girl would start to get closer towards me, not that we were about to make out or anything, but the moment that there was attraction starting to build, or there was an opportunity to start building attraction, what I noticed in myself was my body language would start to close up because I would start to get a little nervous. But more importantly, I couldn't hold the eye contact. I couldn't hold eye contact at all. So anytime there was any sort of opportunity to make things more flirty or build tension, I would always look away. I could not hold eye contact for shit. Okay? And so really what was happening though is I was missing all of these opportunities to create tension. The first way that you can create tension is to just be able to hold eye contact. And in particular, it's holding eye contact when nobody's talking. So there is tension that can be created while she's talking and I'm talking. A vibe can develop just from looking at somebody in the eyes while they're talking. Especially if you guys are progressively getting closer and closer and closer to each other. The vibe can build up with that. But also, there's tension, there's additional tension that is potentially created when I stop talking or she stops talking and there's moments of silence, maybe before the other person responds or the conversation topic or the thread dies, or there's a moment of like a funny thing happen or a flirty thing happen. There's that moment where there's silence, right? And in these moments, you might feel, I would even call it tension. It's like your eye contact is being put under tension to look away, right? And so the first way that you fail to build tension is because you start looking away in these tense moments, I would call it, right? And that's exactly what was happening to me. I could never bridge the gap to go to a higher level sexually with a lot of these women because I couldn't hold the eye contact to do that. Now, if that's where you're at, it's as simple as bringing awareness to it and practicing holding the eye contact with every single person you interact with, not just with attractive women. hold the eye contact longer than you should with everybody you interact with, because that's where you're going to get to a point where you can just hold unwavering eye contact and be confident with it. Now, be aware that when you start getting more intimate with attractive women and you're trying to hold eye contact with attractive women, it's going to be more intense, right? It's like I'm curling a 20-pound dumbbell, but then the attractive women that's getting flirty with me, that's like curling a 30-pound dumbbell. There's going to be more tension put on the muscle. But that's how you start to build the muscle, right? And you want to get it to a place where you can just hold the eye contact and not even get tense. At first, you'll hold it and it'll be tense. At least you're not looking away. Second point is you're holding it and it's tense, but you stick through that, and then eventually it stops becoming so tense over time because the muscle's getting stronger. That's the first way. Now, I got better with it, and eventually I started to get complimented on my eyes because women thought I had great eye contact so they could see my eyes more, and so I started getting compliments on this thing. But then the next thing happened, right? So there's two different levels to this. It's not that they're necessarily in order. It just depends on your behaviors and your mannerisms. But the next thing that I noticed would happen was anytime that there was an opportunity to say a flirty thing, or there was an opportunity to maybe escalate a little bit more physically, or get in a little bit closer, there was these windows of opportunity where I could possibly escalate one way or another. And this is where the second sticking point would happen, is I would start to laugh. I would laugh. If it was time to become flirty, instead of just being able to hold a little bit of a smirk and eye contact and say the line, I'd say the line and then I would laugh. Or I would even say the line before I started laughing. I would just be giggly. I was laughing at all of these different opportunities. And the reason behind that was I wasn't comfortable owning my masculinity, my sexuality, my frame that I'm a man and I'm attracted to you and I'm confident with this thing and I want to move this thing forward. I couldn't own that. And so as a means of getting around that uncomfortable thing, similarly to looking away, instead of looking away, I would be laughing, right? And so this is another way that you actually, unintentionally probably,
Mess up.
break tension,
Mm-hmm.
right? The guy that can be so comfortable not laughing and just holding that there, unwavered eye contact, maybe a little bit of a cocky smirk, not I'm trying not to laugh smirk, and so I'm suppressing my laugh. I'm talking about like you're actually confident in it because you've gone through this process and you've gotten very comfortable with these moments. Now you can really create attraction, right? And I'm not saying you're going to encounter both of these. In my situation, and honestly, guys, throughout my whole journey, like I've encountered almost every sticking point. Maybe that's why I'm just so passionate about helping men with this, because I really did go through a lot of these concepts. But I encountered both, but I do notice that there's certain men that aren't that giggly of a guy, and it's more just his eye contact. But then I also seen guys that they have good eye contact, they're just really giggly, right? And then there's guys that have both. So you need to figure out which ones are for you, and more importantly, you got to start working at chipping away at this thing. You got to really start getting the reps in, holding the eye contact, bringing awareness to the fact that you're laughing too much, practicing delivering these lines and moves without laughing, and then really training in these opportunities with women to get to a place where you have unwavering eye contact and you can just smile and you're not nervously giggling as a means of breaking tension. So anytime there's opportunity, don't shy away from it. Lean into it, because that's how you will grow with this. And also understand, if you're only encountering this uncomfortable situation once a week or every 2 weeks or once a month or even worse than that, like once every 3 to 6 months, you're just simply not getting enough repetition and you're not going to be able to build the muscle. That's the equivalent of doing one bicep curl once a week, once every 2 weeks, a bicep workout once a month, once every 3 months. No, the guys that are really trying to build muscle, they're in the gym 4 times a week and they're actually hitting this thing, breaking down the muscle, right? And sometimes that takes accountability, structure, guidance, and the proper understandings to go through that process too. So if you're somebody who's not approaching, you're not going on dates with the caliber of women you want, and you want to fast track your social confidence and get the dream dating life you've always wanted, click the link down below. The YouTube stuff is great. You could watch this shit all day and your life won't actually change. It's not until I hired a coach and invested money and took serious action that I genuinely made a transformation with this stuff. Stop wasting time. Do not watch another YouTube video. Click the link down below. You can apply to work with me.
You cannot be chased.
unless you structure the opportunity to be pursued. If you walk up to the set and you just plant your feet there the whole time and you don't leave, you can't be pursued. You have to be the first to say, all right, slow it down, Speed Racer. Let's rejoin our friends and join another group and have her slowly but surely tag along. Now you can be chased. That's our game plan. That's the best game plan, in my opinion. Let's be chased. You cannot be chased unless...
Would you prefer to... Greatest pickup artist of all time. Auric von Markovic, also known as Mystery, is the greatest pickup artist of all time. He even had his own show. VH1's The Pickup Artist. Julian Blunt was a respected pickup coach who faced controversy. Despite moving on from the scene long ago to focus on self-help, he is still extremely iconic to the pickup community. Owen Cook co-founded Real Social Dynamics and revolutionized the pickup artist world. Marcus Wolf from Ultimate Man Project is today's reigning king of PUAs, having been voted the world's best pickup artist in 2023. Neil Strauss wrote the best-selling book, The Game, which popularized pickup artistry for many years following its release. Greatest pickup artist.
I just got cold approached by a very young man. He must have been about 20. And obviously I recognized the tactic, the cold approach, and I said, look, I'm actually married, but well, I'm not married, I'm engaged, but I told him I'm married. I said, look, I'm married, but well done, very confident. Where did you learn these things? And he's like, oh, on the internet. And I said, well done. Sure, seguro, definitely.
We all know about... I don't really like Andrew Tate. I know like some of the things that he says can be considered like right, and it speaks to a lot of men, but the entire manosphere in general, including Andrew Tate, right? Because I've seen some of his clips. He's like mildly racist. So like in general, I don't really support the manosphere because I know a lot of guys are like, oh, you know, if we could just change how society operates and put like men back on top. But people forget that pyramid of putting men back on top, that's still white men at the top. Like it still places Asian men like you and me at the bottom. I'd rather have all of us equal, and we are able to partner based off of just those of us who are putting our best foot forward. So while I recognize some of the things that Andrew Tate says is important and speaks to a large community, I don't really agree with all.
Oh no.
Fighting to be noticed in your...
Is pickup game still a thing? Like
it is, but it's that's an PUA is dead. Okay, it died a death back in 2009, basically, and that's why I laugh when people like still make comparisons to me and like to us. It's like, oh, you guys are those pickup artists. I'm like, what do you think we like put on like black nail polish and like top hats and big feather boas and stuff? Like we all look like Mystery in 2005,
bro. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. No offense to anybody, but dude, I'm not gonna go there. I mean, if I'm in a setting where I feel like, for example, it's private and more like of a high class, yeah, I'll do it for sure. But like, bro, I got time to sit there and I'm going to the mall and cold approach.
No. But
is pickup game still
it depends.
I mean, there's a bunch of...
I think it depends on your life. If your life is evolved to that point where you don't need to do it, or if it's just like it depends on your age. Like he said, what social circles you in, what's your social life like, depends on whether you're gonna deliberately do that or not.
Indicators of interest, the girls will tell you that they like you.
Yeah, they'll give you signals.
Yeah, if they touch you like this,
indicator of interest.
You're golden.
That's it. She's playing with her hair.
It's one of the all-time classics. Here's one of my new indicators of interest. If the girl doesn't finish her first drink on the date and wants to leave mid-drink, huge indicator of interest because she just doesn't want to get drunk in front of you. She's a little embarrassed.
It's actually very classic. She goes to the bathroom during a date. She's probably like texting her friend like, this is going well.
That one time I had a girl, she gave another guy her number on the date, and I took that as an indicator of interest because she's putting a little pressure on me.
I had this girl, couple dates going great. She wants me to meet her parents.
You think that's an indicator of interest?
No, not at all. She's probably gonna break up with me.
No, that's
I mean, there's a bunch of...
Dating, that's terrible. I hate it. Do you find it harder to like meet people in person compared to like?
Tested 100 pickup lines on Tinder and
You think men should cold approach women in 2024?
Listen, guys can do whatever they want to do. I'm not cold approaching. There are only a few exceptions to where I would actually do it, where it makes the most sense. One is going to be social environments. So if you're in nightlife, if you're at a party, if you live on a college campus, or maybe even at the gym in some cases, these are social environments to where a woman is a lot more receptive to being talked to. Otherwise, the whole daytime cold approach at grocery stores, gas stations, random areas, I personally would avoid it. One, because you don't know if this woman is single or available. And two, you just have no idea if she's even attracted to you. For the most part, cold approach is a super low return on investment. If you're an average guy and you approach 10 women a day, I guarantee you probably none of those are going to actually turn into dates. So instead, what I like to do is attract women into my life by being the most attractive version of myself. Whenever I go out, I'm fashionable, I'm social, I put myself out there on dating apps and Instagram, and through that alone, I don't have to cold approach because the women come to me.
You think men should cold approach women in 2024?
Listen, guys.
In this video, we're going to be teaching you the steps in physical escalations from the beginning to the end.
At first, you're going to see if you're making a friend or not. So, are we smiling? Are we having a good time?
Yeah, I am having a good time.
Yeah?
I'm enjoying your company. I'm learning more about you.
Since we're having a good time, we're smiling, and you know what? He just approved and said that he's having a good time, too. You don't want to get stuck in that friend zone, and you're curious if they're enjoying it, too.
Now that we established we like each other and we have proper communication, we can move on to phase 2, which is physical touch. And we can stage her response on how she's reacting to that physical touch, and we can calibrate from there. Now I can touch her shoulder and see how she reacts. She's leaning in. That means she's approving. She's putting her hand on my shoulder, which means she's approving. She's excited about it.
You don't know what the 369 rule is, then I'm about to blow your mind. 369 is this phenomenon in dating that explains the stages of a relationship and what you can expect. Let's break it down. The first 3 months are the honeymoon phase. Nothing you do gets on each other's nerves. You guys are so down bad, it's like disgusting. Then you hit 6 months. This is where things start to get a little rocky. You start becoming very comfortable around each other, and this could lead to some fighting. But then, guys, you hit 9 months. This is the hardest stage to hit. 9 months is a sign that you have made it. You guys are through the first hard part, and life is good. The craziest thing about 369, though, people say that it repeats itself, and it's just this ongoing cycle. Like, if you're really in love with the person, is it? If you don't know what the 369 rule is, then I'm about to blow your mind. 369 is this phenomenon.
What's going on with the last 3 months? The 10th month, 11th month, and the 12th months. What's happening? Who knows?
What's the one thing that the old school pickup artists got right? Core confidence cannot be faked. You really do need to have life experiences to become desensitized and comfortable with success, and desensitized and comfortable with rejections or awkward situations. So when old man Mystery said you need to get out of the house, he was right. When Tyler said you need to do 1,000 approaches, he was right. And when Jeffy said go beast mode and expose yourself to risk, he was right as well. And to quote me, there's no reason you're not enough. So you are equal to the people that you're approaching, and if you're equal...
Let me ask you this.
Okay, and LaPortia, what do you do? I didn't delete Hinge because I got in a relationship like their slogan. I deleted it because I started losing hours in the day because I found it fun to just swipe.
And when you're swiping, how are you making the decision of who you're saying yes to?
I was making the decision not just based on attractiveness, but also based on the answers. If some guy was like, oh, my favorite show is The Office, automatic no.
You're saying it's basic. It's the most basic thing.
I don't want to be with someone who's the best message
Yo,
that I've
sometimes
ever
we just
received.
need to listen to what women say. Just like listen to what they say, and you'll be like, "Is this really what they're doing? They're just swiping because of your real answers that you're putting there."
I responded to this person, responded to whatever I responded. I said maybe one thing back, and his next response, so response number 2 from this guy, was dinner at 7 p.m. Tuesday, ? And I sent him my number and said yes.
Do you love the masculine, like, let's go out, let's just do it, let's set a time, let's meet?
I don't want to know how your day went. I don't care.
You don't need the stories.
No.
Yeah, let's just get together.
Yeah. I Hinge because I got in a relationship like their slogan.
Hey, let's say you see someone that you like, she catches your eye. Like, she's special. What do you say? What's the go-to?
Is this at the bar?
Yeah.
You gotta be like, you gotta be real because we lack a lot of that now. So you just gotta go up and be like, hey, I saw you. Like, I think you're, I like you, and can I get your number? I'd love to get to
Does that usually work?
No, never.
Never? Damn. I agree though. That's the way to go. You just say, hey, I think you're beautiful. Let's say you see someone.
Yeah, I don't know about
Before
that.
you go on your first date, I recommend you watch this video. I've seen way too many guys making these easily avoidable mistakes on their first date. It is absolutely ruining your chances of getting a girlfriend. Tip number one, you want to break the touch barrier immediately. I've seen guys that have been talking to girls over the phone for like 2 weeks, and then when they see them in person, they go and dap them up. We're trying to like shake their hand. Like, bro, what are you doing? Even if you guys have the slightest connection, you always go for a hug. If the energy is not there, you don't want to come off as a weirdo. You can
Fuck
just
with
go
that.
with a side hug, like you extend your one hand. The second mistake I see happening a lot is the guy does not stop yapping. Most of the time, the girl does not care at all about what you do or what your hobbies are. You're interested in. What she wants to do is talk about herself. Another thing that girls really like is when you relate to them, even if it's on a completely like brainless subject. She's just yapping about what happened to her friend. You're just gonna be like, yeah, dude, really? Did that actually happen? Let me know in the comments if this helped, and if you guys want me to make a part 2, I can do that. Before you go.
Not attracted to facts. People aren't attracted to information. People are attracted to fun and emotion, right? So a lot of guys, what they'll do is, oh, I'm just going to keep asking this girl question after question after question after question to reveal information about her because girls just want to talk about themselves. And now she's going to magically fall for me. How can that be possible? How can I, as a woman, decide if I like you if all we've done is talk about myself?
Nah, see, and
Not
that's
attracted
that's
to-
the thing. Like, I believe I go back to the saying, women know whether they'll sleep with you off the rip, because a guy could be asking questions and she's gonna be like, oh well, I'll sleep with this guy who's asking questions because he's hot. But then this guy could be asking questions and she's like, I'm not feeling his vibe, So I think it's more nuanced than that. I don't think it's, oh, we have to be having so much fun. We have to be on the dance floor. We have to be having all this fun. Now it's both, because then there's another guy she's not that attracted to physically, but he's funny as hell and he fucks as well. So it's really just a thorn in your side when it comes to this type of stuff, and you just got to keep shooting your shot because everything is not explainable. You know what I'm saying? I think when you try to explain something that's unexplainable, you frustrate, or like we said earlier about aura, you collapse your auric field because you're like trying to figure out something with a stranger that you don't know instead of just showing up, going on a date, talking to her. You know what I'm saying? If you increase the amount of dates you go on per month or per week, or link ups and dates per month per week, then you're going to naturally get better at talking to women. You're going to get more comfortable with touch, and you're going to naturally be you're going to manifest into somebody who's better with women, especially if you got a coach. But that's just, it takes time, bro.
If I am going on a first date, what are your tips?
So my biggest tip for a first date is that you should never go too formal, because there's already a lot of sort of anxiety and nervousness, right? A lot of
Just ask her for drinks. It's gotta be.
Instant gratification usually leads to shit and no kind of fulfillment. And when you have to work hard in the beginning, that usually leads to fulfillment. So like having to walk up to a girl at a bar, library, wherever you are, having to put the work in, the girl can feel your energy, your charisma, your delivery, your tonality, your facial expression, your body language, the work that you're putting in. I feel like that is more of an online dating thing. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Sometimes we jump the gun. We go too fast. We say things just to try to like reel them in.
Well, that's exactly right.
And that's the problem.
We're so busy trying to get something that we don't think about what the consequences of that are. And we also forget that we don't know this person. You just had the most magical first date in the world, and you think so much of this person, and this could be it. And you've literally spent 2 hours with someone. You have no idea who they are. You don't know who they are when someone in your family gets sick. You Try this. Drop scarcity. The next time you go on a date, try this. Drop the pressure. Stop thinking about whether this person is the one and just focus on what you feel in the moment. Lead with curiosity. You can even play a game that works anytime you're meeting people in a social setting. Ask yourself, can I learn what is interesting about this person? What can I enjoy about this conversation? The advantage